Well, it's gonna be a little bit.
Whale.
Did you just say whale?
No,
Yes,
it's a whale.
whales. No, I heard whale.
I heard whale. That accent barrier.
I'm streaming now, child.
Meow.
I straight up just said I was gonna start streaming. Just because I wasn't saying it to you doesn't mean don't pay attention. Sorry, guys.
I always get told the opposite of that. Who am I to believe now?
What?
I get told to mind my own business, but here you are saying that if it's not to you, still listen.
As far as for me saying I'm streaming and, you know, he should pay attention to that part around him so he knows to shush.
2 keywords.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I have actually 2 people already watching this stream, though. So.
Are they
are
us?
they though?
I don't know. I'm one of them for sure because I moderate my chats when I can. Where's Schmo when I need him? I could use a moderator at the moment. That's not in the game and not having to focus.
I'll say if I have to, I'll split focus.
This is a very
lost my
focused
pen.
game.
That actually is already a bad idea for me because oh no, it's in my pocket. It's fine.
What?
It was in my shirt pocket,
Oh.
but I thought I lost it.
Thought you lost what?
My pen.
Oh. Alright.
Alright.
I have my note-taking pen out and ready as well.
Okay.
God, I wish this
We're gonna-
wasn't so glitchy to move. And by the way, you guys know if you want to, you can share your video and stuff and people can actually see you.
Why would I want people to see my
Not
face?
you! You've got a pretty
I-
background thing. You're not just a box of colors.
Oh,
I missed what you said. What?
I said if you guys want to, you can allow your browser to use your webcam and mic and actually broadcast.
I'm in bed. No, thank you.
Yeah, nothing.
Really, Sassy Pants?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know why you're not picking things up from, like, the Discord,
I mean, I
as
am.
far as voices. Okay. Then we don't need it
She
broadcasting
wants
on
our
voices.
faces too.
Well, that
Oh.
they could do their faces. That's what I was asking for.
I don't need a face.
Well, then at least
I
go
don't need
into
a
your
face.
profiles and change your freaking boxes, because I don't like the boxes. The boxes suck.
Then change it to just
I can't change it.
name.
You have to change it on your own.
No, I've changed it to just names.
Yeah, you can make it so you just see the names.
If I do that, I don't have my own webcam showing.
Oh, well
Don't you have
then.
a face cam?
Yes, my face cam is showing.
I don't even know how to change my picture for you.
In your freaking Roll20 profile, after you have to like back out of the game and change it in your profile.
So complicated.
Quite a lot. Oh, shit.
Profile.
I mean, at least y'all can look at the books and stuff. I have to like split with my phone to be able to do anything. So.
Whoa, woe is me.
Oh, shush, Matt.
Whoa.
Okay,
Whoa.
fine. Woe is me. 'Cause
Whoa.
you know whatever happened to my character. You know
Whoa.
what Ghost Lord's been through.
You've all been through some shit.
I know,
Well,
right?
Jack just got home.
Jack just
Hey,
got home.
Dylan, next time you really want to throw some shade at me in my chat, spell A correctly instead of saying, LOL, you're playing a tabletop RPG. What are nerd?
What?
Also,
I'm
you
gonna
misspelled
step away
your.
real quick because Jack's still not in.
Okay. Who's breathing in their mic so heavy?
Manus, because he's sleeping.
Sleepy Manus?
Oh, I did say water nerd. 1 second.
You also misspelled your.
Jack, you're gonna have to be able to talk to us.
I mean, because that one, the contraction doesn't work.
Sorry guys, I'm back.
Welcome back. Weeba!
This is... Don't nobody, get, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? This is pretty much how every tabletop game starts. So...
Yeah.
You're fitting right in with the actual desktop thing.
Well,
Let me get my actual dice, because I don't like rolling in front of you guys all the time.
Oh, what?
rude.
What?
Exactly.
No, sometimes you don't need to see the frickin' things, so...
But what if
sheesh.
we want to anyways?
Well, that's not up to you.
Rude.
No, it's the opposite of rude. It's what's expected.
I know. I'm still gonna call you rude.
What happened to my damn... Oh, there it is. I was like, where is my
Corrected
freaking
myself.
bamboo stylus?
Just pot calling the kettle black, Dylan.
Yeah.
Jack,
That's the
just let
job.
us know when you're ready. Because right now you're static.
Good job, Trina.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Whoop.
Who blooped? Somebody blooped.
It was me. Just
Oh.
letting you guys know I was ready when everyone else was. Figured
We
I'd
can
let you know
hear
before
you.
you got up. I know, but I figured I'd let you guys know and let her know because I don't know how much she can hear. She's probably laying on her microphone.
I can't lock my door. There we go. Just locked my door. No interruptions.
Yeah, she's not laying down. She's just static.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I can't even check my Discord to look and see right now. I'm gonna have to, like, split screen my phone.
There's only once. These just don't work.
Can you split screen your phone?
Yes.
I can.
That's cool.
Some people with Androids can.
You got them fancy androids.
I do.
Did my picture update for you, lady? Or no?
Not yet, but
No.
It doesn't. She has to go out and come back into.
well, that I can.
Well, I updated my thing for you, and you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I can do that.
Just refresh the page.
It doesn't work like that, Manus.
Oh. Jack dropped out.
Trying to fix her voice, probably.
Yes, it updated, Trina. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. I just used my character picture.
That's okay. That's what mine is if my video's not showing.
Mine's a drawing of someone that, or a drawing someone did for Matthew Mercer. So
Well, thanks, Shannon.
No,
Gotcha.
what's Shannon say?
Shannon just sent me a link to how to summon a demon of your choice and what to do after.
Sounds like you.
well, maybe she should be here. No.
I mean, she should.
Meh.
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 Jack's back.
I joined with my phone.
Cool.
Yay!
I can hear you. Yay!
For some reason, it wasn't letting me join on the laptop. But it's
Need
fine.
the laptop.
It's okay. For some reason
I should
unknown
probably
to you.
refresh.
Some
Well, that
raisins.
raisin unknown to me.
Not raisins.
Yes, raisins.
Can
the deadly raisins.
can you guys hear the? Is it echoing or whatever?
Nope.
No.
Not yet, anyways.
No.
It's
but
weird.
I
It does
need-
it randomly, I guess.
Well, no, I think the echo is usually on your laptop.
I don't know. I need to open my
I don't
volume
know.
mixer though,
Okay.
because
Oh, this is a
everyone-
cool map. You updated it? I thought it was gonna be the other thing.
There's going to be a lot of different stuff as you guys go.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
even
about
worry
it.
about it, bro.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Whenever you say "don't worry about it," it instantly makes me worry about it 10 times more.
Especially
Whenever I hear anyone
that-
says that, it makes me think of Cry and PewDiePie.
That's what it makes me think of.
I just get concerned. He's like,
I'm
"Don't
sad
worry
I
about
can.
it," and then I worry about it.
You should always worry about everything.
I think that's an actual quote that he said.
I mean, that actually is a pretty good option. Just be careful anyway.
I wish I could write. I wish I could write a background.
All right.
Oh.
So you two are going to have to choose like shaping rituals from the sorcery shaping rituals from the other thing, but it probably won't come into play today. So it's a don't worry about it.
Okay, I've only got one person watching now, so but that's okay.
Yeah, this is
Hi,
you.
hi, viewer.
Wait, you're watching?
Okay, I'm still in.
Okay, then my thing is lying to me.
See, I was gonna watch
Or
your
it
stream,
doesn't
but then
count
I was like,
you.
Well, you get to live.
but then I was like,
with
oh, I'm on the laptop, so that
I'm
would
just
just.
on for the chat because Dylan's are annoying.
Dylan
Alright,
can be annoying, yes.
Excuse me.
If the
I gave
background
you one
music,
comment.
Oh, excuse me.
Ouch.
no hiccups.
Kill the hiccups.
I can't control hiccups.
All right,
Seems like it's on the
so
way anyway.
we're
I
gonna
So-
we're gonna get
sorry.
started, but everybody needs to know, A, when Matt's talking, let Matt talk, and B, if you have any questions, you can absolutely say, "Hey, I have a question" or something like that. But just
But-
don't.
If
Yeah.
Matt's talking, we're supposed to let Matt talk. We're not supposed to interrupt Matt.
So how are we gonna ask
Hey,
a
I have
question?
a question or something like that.
Do I
Is
have
this the
to
exact
group
quote
the
meant
chat
to
and be
use?
like, I have a question?
Raise your hand.
I have a question. Is
That
usually.
only works for me. See?
But as far as crosstalk, this will get really obnoxious with the fact that it's digital versus like across a table, so it's hard to like whisper at people. If you do need to whisper, you can hit
Use
/W in the chat, and then in the sidebar, if you hit /W, and then type in the person's name of who you're trying to whatever go to.
I would like to see how to do
Amethyst.
that. Hold on.
/W space and then like Amethyst or whatever, and then I can send something to Amethyst and be like blah blah, and that goes to Amethyst Shadowbane.
If you have the welcome thing, it shows you how to do that. 'Cause,
I
like I
can't
have a
wait
little
for
bar
all
that says
the-
welcome
I
to
see
Roll
it.
20.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so if you need to talk to
Full
each
name?
other, try to do it that way as much as possible.
I have a question.
What?
Full name?
Their
ju-
username
it-
actually over here under their squares.
Well, that'll work too. You can use either their character name or the other one, but you should only have to type in the first letter or two, and then it should give you a drop-down menu.
That works.
Okay.
Okay. Jack, I don't know if you were here for it, but I made a couple of macros to make this easier on everyone. So if you go up to the sidebar, on the top of it, there should be something that says collections. It looks like 3 little lines with dots next to them.
What? Where?
It's at the top of the sidebar on the game. It says collection.
I know smart. I see nothing.
It's right next to the gear
Oh,
at the
okay.
very top. Yeah. Okay. If you click on that, there are 2 tables underneath macros. One says Exalted table roll, and the other one says table damage.
Mhm.
If you click the little box next to M bar, that'll create 2 little buttons for you to press, and those will be the primary things we use to
Hold on. I have freaking glare of the sun.
Is that a spell?
What am I to click?
I mean,
No.
it sounds like it could be a spell in this game.
No.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that's a ship.
No. What am I to click?
They're next to...
In bar.
Yeah, it'll say in bar next to them, and if you put a little check mark in there, it'll put little buttons down on your playmat, and if you click on them, they will allow you. They'll bring up a thing, and it'll say how many dice. You tell it how many dice you're trying to roll, and then it'll roll those, and it'll give you your successes and failures. Exalted table roll is the one we're going to use 99% of the time. The only time you use the table damage is when you're rolling to actually hurt something.
And we don't need what to roll.
No, that was for a different game.
Okay.
Okay.
Shut up, computer.
Turn off chat sounds, by the way. Okay, you could say
I'm saying
that.
you can.
AKA, I think she was telling me so the bloops didn't come into the stream.
Oh, what's wrong with bloops?
Bloop?
They can
Notification
be
bloops.
kind of obnoxious. 'cause
Too
it only-
bloopy.
Although they only happen when you're not whispering, I've found.
Cool.
Silent when
There's
you're
gonna be some background music, guys. If it's too loud, for whatever reason,
Let you know.
I suggest opening
Suffer.
up your volume mixer and turning down that particular thing, because they should be almost silent as far as my settings are set up. So I can't really lower it anymore in the jukebox. Okay, so anyway, there is a little circle on the shore of a river, kind of in the north, where the constant sonar pings are coming from. That is where we're going to be starting out today. Is everyone ready? Do they have what they need?
I have no
Probably
snacks,
not.
but I'll fine with that.
You have what?
No snacks.
I have
No
no
snacks.
snacks.
Oh, okay. Well, it-
So on this episode of the Saga of the Exalted,
no. We got to find a better name for that.
Better name.
well, until
Slash
I quit the
repick.
stream,
A possible better name is Solars and Those Other Bitches, but
Yes, this time.
on Solars and those other bitches.
I like that one.
Okay.
Not kid friendly.
Bitches.
that's the title of this game.
It's not. That'd be funny.
That is the name of the game, because
Well, I
that's
will
pretty
change
much
the stream
how you will
after
feel
this.
by the end of this.
Hold on, I'm gonna learn how to do that.
/ angry babies.
Why would you
Is
want to
that an
slash angry
actual
babies?
plant?
I just thought this sounded like a fun
They
thing
could
to
be
do.
angry demon babies.
Well,
They are
okay,
angry
are they-
demon babies.
Are
Of course
they
they are.
amethyst spawn or something?
I mean, there's a demon for that. Moving on.
He's
You
not
know-
wrong.
There's literally a demon that if you and or if Lady I'm sorry,
Oh,
what's your full name in this again?
Lady Rosethorn.
Rosethorn.
Very simple name to remember.
Yeah, but
Close.
it's not as it's not
He's
as
old.
something
Try.
that
got
sticks inside my
dementia.
brain as the other
We
ones.
tried.
Leave me alone.
He's too
Anywho.
old for this.
Yes, that one. So it you know, if your character and Patho happen to actually ship, there's a chance that Amethyst could do something nice for you and summon a
Nice.
demon that can take pieces of both of you and make a baby.
Aww.
That's so cute.
That was really funny.
Nice.
We all
What-
at the
what-
same time.
Not all. What if I don't want a baby?
Well, it's-
You don't want a
What?
demon
I
to
don't
have a
want to
demon
get a
baby?
baby.
What?
I'm just saying it could happen. There is a
What?
If there's not a demon for
Do you
that, there's an
hate
elemental for
babies?
that.
Huh?
Also true.
Do you hate babies, Trina? Like,
She doesn't
No,
know
I
any
work
of
with
her
babies.
own, and neither does Nanos. To them, babies
I
are
work
like
with
evil
babies.
spawn, and they don't want any of their
No.
own.
No, they're
And I
adorable.
just don't want to pass on my terrible genes to other people, so.
Yeah, well,
I
I
just
didn't
want
pass
that
on
as
any
a
of my
mom.
terrible genes. I took over other youngins from other people's terrible genes.
They're mine now.
God.
Okay.
They're mine.
They're mine now.
Well, anywho,
They're my hell spawns.
in case you didn't get a chance to read it, I'll go ahead and go back over the description of where we're starting. And for your stream, I guess, because the stream didn't get a chance to.
I'd
Yes.
appreciate that, because I really don't want to do it, because when I start reading out loud, if you've noticed by any of my streams, it makes me yawn. I hate that.
Sure.
Why can't you read any books then?
Because I don't have to read them aloud. If I'm reading them in my own head, I don't yawn. If I'm reading them out loud, I run out of breath.
That's strange.
All right. So, for the propriety of the stream, our players will be joining the world of Exalted, a game where physics plays second fiddle to the power of awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We open on bear with me. Players.
Bear this in mind.
Ooh.
Okay, that's pretty.
We
I like the
open on a
music.
temple. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not too loud.
I turned it down.
Perfect.
I'm with Manus, it's perfect.
Okay.
It is.
Did you take
Alright.
off the chat bar, or was that my fault?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no chat bar.
I don't know what that means. So
You press the button to make it go away.
Oh, cool.
There's a...
It's like a Shinto temple.
There's a button.
Yep, there's a button. I found it.
Oh.
Sorry to interrupt
That's
you, Matt.
cool.
Please continue.
I love that we broke rule number 1 immediately.
I am sorry, that's because I literally just lost my chat bar and thought I lost all ability to do anything, and that was kind of important. I
Okay.
apologize.
So we open after the backstories of all the characters. As everyone finishes theirs, we will potentially post them if you start getting some people who are interested in it.
Okay.
But we're starting. All of our young solars have been gathered to the Temple of the Illuminated. Temple of Illuminated seems to rest below mountains whose tops cannot be distinguished due to the constantly low-hanging clouds, and seems to be nested inside a forest that is neither thick nor capable of being seen through to the plains you know to exist beyond the walls of the forest. There appears to be no worn path to whatever road the players stumbled in upon, despite the boughs of the forest, and the clouds of the mountains. Golden sunshine seems to play gently through the air, and the sounds of the forest are lively and musical through the day, and weaves lullabies to the players at night. The temple is a reddish gold in the fashion of the shogunate. People seem to be aware of what the players are, and are not only fearless, but actively encourage the growth and development of the solar skills. The head priest dresses in gold-colored robes, and seems to be acting Sifu of the martial artists on the grounds, and appears to be proficient in several styles. There is also, it's right at the border of a river, which drifts lazily by the back of the building. Alright guys, you've been here for a few months. They've been running teaching anything that you're willing to learn, trying to develop skills which would have been unthought of as a mortal has become second nature to you since your exaltation. Some of you have taken to different things, different forms of martial arts, sorcery, the ability to take a damn hit, you know, that kind of thing. So, one day, the head priest kind of wanders up to your group at dinner and sits down at your table and asks what you want to do with your life, essentially. What are your goals? What do you hope to achieve in this world? Now that you have potentially thousands of years to be able to enact whatever designs that you have, and divine strength to enact those plans, or to carry out those plans. You've been asked a question. People, please respond.
Oh.
I apologize. I kind of got stuck trying to fix my game because it...
I thought you were still telling a story.
Yeah, I was listening to a story and trying to help Lady.
Okay,
It's
so
quite
what is our...
enthralling.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Speaking of enthralling, I'm going to answer the question.
Thanks. All right, Manus. Or Amethyst. What's your goals in life now?
Now that I've gained this power,
Mm-hmm.
Amethyst has decided that her goal in life now is to treat the world how she was treated before.
That's deep.
That's mighty Christian of you.
Except it's evil.
No, that's basically a biblical
Yeah.
quote. What are you talking about? Treat people the way you wish to be treated, and or the way they treat
Oh.
you.
Very true.
It's deep, man. Well, my motivation is just to be the soul keeper of dreams.
Oh no. And, all right, so
Oh my god, that sounded scary. That was like an ominous, oh no.
and this person, this little girl is the one telling you. She goes,
Oh yeah, I'm Skay. I'm 14 years old, and I want to be this keeper of dreams.
"See, that sounds very Magic Girl from like I'm Sailor Moon kind of thing." But
I've never actually seen Sailor Moon.
The way
I'm
you were
just-
saying that sounded very Peter Akimoto.
yeah.
I'm Skate, I'm 14, and I like baseball and bugs.
Yes. I'm Peter
Yeah.
Akimoto.
You see the head priest kind of look at her a little funny because he kind of knows what you've been learning since you've been here, and
Never said it was evil.
oh, I know, but when you say the soul keeper of dreams, he's like, okay, and just moves on because it's not completely uncomfortable, but at the same time it's like, yeah,
It's not okay.
yeah. Patho.
Anyone else?
My motivation is to become leader of the guild and use it to help the Solars.
Okay. And then
Okay.
no, I'm just this is just an introduction of characters essentially. And then Lady Rosethorn.
I wish, since exalting, to lead the Solars to greatness. To help us maintain and achieve our ultimate goals. And get rid of that blasted dragon blood.
Did I change my answer?
What's your answer?
I want to cleanse the world of evil through going through their dreams.
Teach
Yeah,
them to
I'm-
eat
Get
all
away
their
from me.
nightmares.
I'm still going with this is kind of on that Sailor Moon thing. I know you haven't seen it, but that's not the point. The point is it's very much through the power of friendship we will defeat the... Yeah, that kind of thing.
Hashtag friendship.
He does sound quite bubblish from, powerful
Yeah,
girls.
except you haven't seen what horrifying things I know she can do.
Well, not yet.
Better she's on our team then.
Go away, Malcolm. But doggies are not necessarily for stories.
Doggo.
Especially
No,
ones
doggies
that
are
rip
for
my
cuddles.
mouse off things.
The
Oh.
NPC doggo has attacked the team.
You notice there are many doggos running around the temple yard, as well as some mice that look like they have a sunburst on their white fur.
Hey, they kind of match me. We're both just pure white.
I love doggos.
Have you
Yes.
not seen my skin?
It's pale. There's a couple of people who are pretty pale here, and the other two are purple. So I'm not really sure what's going on.
I'm a pale purple, if that helps.
Yes. Okay.
Well, my hair also looks like it's on fire, so,
So, he goes. The priest goes. Commendable goals. Some of those are definitely a little more. They're going to take a little longer to achieve than others. Some of them seem a little reactionary. But and he glances over at Amethyst when he says some of them seem a bit reactionary. And then he goes. So the question is, do you think you can achieve any of these goals sitting here?
No.
Not at all.
I could treat these people how I've been treated, but other than that,
Young lady, you shall not.
And that's why you haven't murdered any of them.
yet.
Young lady?
She says that under her breath. Yes.
Robin says hi to Autumn.
Hey, Robin.
Hello.
How about
I didn't know she was in this story.
They
Tell her
sign
I said hi.
back. Anyway, so we're honestly here to try and support you as much as possible, but mortals can only teach so much. And at some point, you're probably going to need to go out and try to fulfill your destinies. Does anyone have any plans
Is
specifically?
this your way of telling us to leave your temple?
No.
I swear those
Don't have
monks
to
weren't
go
hurt on
home.
purpose.
Amethyst,
You don't
what
have
did
to
you
go
do?
home, but you have to get out of here.
Amethyst chuckles, or he chuckles at Amethyst. Sorry. It says, "No, we just know that we're a lesser part of your destiny, and we very much hope that by setting you on your path, we can help achieve some good in this world."
Amethyst scoffs at the priest. Good.
Amethyst.
Well, some of
aim
us
your
might.
evil at the right people. I would like to work on my martial arts a little to see if they've changed since my exaltation.
I'm sorry.
I would like to practice my martial arts a little bit to see if they have.
Well, you've been here months.
You've been here for a month.
Since months?
they've literally-
Never mind.
No, several months is
Oh.
all I said.
Skay would
so.
like to. Skay would like to ask a question.
Yes.
Do you know of a great mentor that would help us with martial arts?
I mean, we've taught most of you what we can at this time. Yours has not been practiced in the physical world. Skay. The whole process of learning the martial art, is it happens while you're sleeping.
Oh, cool. So I just gotta go to sleep.
Yep, pretty much. So that's the other one. She pretty much knows everything that she's gonna learn.
Yeah, I mean, I can't find any more pages to this book, so don't think I can go any further.
Yeah.
I commend this monk's library, though. It's great.
Yeah, this place seems to have everything you need at this point, but you're starting to exhaust your well, not your welcome.
Our resources.
Yeah.
Are you
At this
again telling
point,
us to
I've
get
read
out?
all the books. You've trained as much as you can. We just need to advance in our lives.
He's trying to lead you to that conclusion without saying that,
So basically you need us to leave, you just don't want to be an asshole.
No.
He wants to advance us on our adventures and make us grow as people and advance us in our motivations in life.
Hey, I need you to take a step back and realize that Manus is the one that's trying to be the nice one about this, and you're the one being the dick.
You know something's wrong when that's happening.
That's saying something.
Oh, wait, you're
That's
right.
saying something. Oh god. That's not good.
Lady rolls in laughter.
Just kind of pointing that out.
Well, I'm
Now back
sorry,
to the
my
game.
intelligence does not come with a soft tongue, so.
Okay.
If Amethyst is the nicest one in the room, you know something is very wrong.
Yeah.
I'm pretty nice.
No, it's just entertaining that one person is playing essentially what the other character was supposed to be playing. All right. Well,
You're the good one.
yeah.
I'm the one with the heart of flint and steel conviction.
That is not all the time.
I
That is a
know.
flaw that shows up from
I
time
know.
to time.
I'm saying I also have steel convictions in my beliefs, though, and extremely smart. My intelligence is maxed out. Okay.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, essentially, if you ever get around to accepting the fact that he's like, hey, we need to throw you out into the world so you can do something. Maybe not necessarily good, but
Something.
Something.
but
Lady
something.
Lady looks sidelong at Amethyst to see not necessarily good comment came out.
Not necessarily good. Lady looks at Amethyst.
I love that you assume you already know this person's like
I know.
demeanor
maybe
that
I
much.
me.
I know.
No, but maybe I have my doubts about you being a good person since you sat there and said you didn't want to do nice. Literally just a few minutes ago you straight up said that. So maybe I'm looking at you
I
because of
repeat
your
my
words.
previous statement of you don't know me.
Amethyst is
I'm stuck
pragmatic.
with you.
No one would say she's altruistic. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so at a certain point, he essentially lays out that where you're located, there's really only two directions to go if you choose to leave. There's staying towards the north and heading west, or there is headed south because you guys are about as far east as most people are willing to travel.
Where will we be going?
I propose
those
going
two ways?
south.
I don't like the
What?
north. It's quite cold.
It is very, very cold. I can tell you.
Amethyst
from
wishes
fact.
for a tan.
I mean, I'm good in the cold. It's up to you guys, though.
Well, at least
I was
you can
born
get a
here.
tan.
You
Was
might
born
be
in
able
the
to get a
north.
tan if
I don't
you went
mind.
south a little bit.
I doubt it. My skin's never changed from this pale, glowing white since I was born.
But you've always been
Don't
to
think you get
the
enough vitamin.
you've always lived in the north, so it's always been just pale.
Hey, it's
Because
great
there's
snow
never any-
camouflage.
There's rarely ever anything but snow where you're at, except during the season of fire.
Fun season.
A lot harder to live in.
It's actually the harvesting season. It's the equivalent of fall and summer kind of put together. For you guys, this is not a round world. Just so everybody is aware,
It's a flat plane.
it is
I learned that in a book.
yeah. It's
I knew it. The world's flat.
this particular world is flat. It is, and the seasons are powered by magic of the 5 elements. So, it starts with water, which is the coldest month. Goes into air, where it starts to kind of get a little bit warmer eventually.
Gets a little bit hurricaney.
Gets a little bit hurricaney. Then moves to earth, which starts the growing season. Then on to wood, which is the primary growing season. Then into fire, where it is the hottest and where everybody goes out and the final harvest is done. And then snaps right back into the coldest time of year.
Long ago, the 5 nations lived together in harmony.
Together in harmony.
Yes.
Then everything changed.
Then everything changed until goddamn dragon blooded attack.
Yes.
Only the solars. Anyway, I'm going to stop there because I can't think of how to refer it back to that.
Only the
Master
solars
of
who got
stuff.
who got massacred and thrown into prison, and their souls thrown into prisons.
But when the world needed them most, they were entrapped in a jade prison.
When the world needed them most, they exalted.
Then something happened, and they broke free. It only took 500, or no, about a millennia.
A millennia passed, my brother and I discovered the new Exalted at a temple in the woods.
A
You're
sorceress
good at
named
this.
Amethyst. A sorceress named Sky. A bureaucrat named Patho.
And then they didn't get to finish the last person because they were slaughtered.
And a priest named
Oh.
Rosethorn who smacked Amethyst for being a smart aleck.
All right. So, do you want to head to the north where it is definitely cooler,
So,
but there is less of a dragon blood presence, or do you want to head to the south where? Oh, hey, Patho, this is where to the south of here is where Nexus lies, and that is the home of the guild.
Oh. That's good to know. Should definitely go south, guys.
I already proposed south. I'm waiting for the gang to.
yes, so.
This isn't the Amethyst show, so we do have to wait for consensus.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I'm waiting.
I know. That's what I'm trying to get the point.
I have a feeling these little misfits might need some guidance from someone who actually is listening to the gods as well. I think I'll stick with them and we'll go south.
Okay. Hey,
I'll go south too.
okay. Do you have any particular reasons for that?
Not really.
No, you don't want to get further away from home.
I don't want to talk about home.
That's why I was asking if you wanted to get
That's the
away
reason.
further away from home.
It's okay, little Sky.
Gay. It's gay.
It's
I
gay.
apologize. I'm bad with names.
It's fine.
Peter Akamoto.
Teacher Akimoto!
Okay. So they he then asked if you would rather walk that direction, or if you would rather take a boat down the river.
I wish
timeout.
to walk.
I
I
think,
think
go
walking
with
would be good for
you.
us.
I'm not very good with boats or horses, so
Okay. Well, I have my, I don't know how to pronounce it again. What is it?
Simhata.
I have my Simhata.
What is that?
Would you care to tell the class what a Simhata is?
My
would you spell
Simhata.
that?
My Simhata is a horse-like beast creature. That is my friend.
Oh.
It is referred to oftentimes as a lion horse. Essentially, back in the days, some sorcerers got together and they used to create beast combinations for fun.
Like
As
a
you do.
pinata. Not a pinata, like a
As you do.
piranha squirrel.
How do you
Like a
spell
piranha
the name
squirrel.
of that thing again?
Simhata.
It is
Spelled like it sounds.
Simhata. Simhata.
Okay.
It
I'm
has
glad they did an
characteristics of a
experiment on
horse
cat.
and the characteristics of a lion.
That's
Nay, it
horse
must
is
always be
fierce.
lion.
Think
It's always-
think claws of a lion on a horse, and then a face of a lion, sort of.
So sort of like a hippogriff.
An elongated lion.
Yeah.
That's what I just got in my head. And you're like, a head of a lion, the claws of a lion, but the body of a horse. And I
Sounds
just
like a
got an
hippogriff,
elongated lion.
except
like
it
a
doesn't
hip-
have the beak.
Yes, it doesn't have a bird. So it's nothing like a griff.
Okay, fine. It's 2/3 of a hippogriff. Take
It's
away the birdie
one-
parts.
It's one half of a hippogriff, because a hippogriff is just a horse and a bird put together.
It has claws that could be attributed similarly to lion.
They have the
pages
claws of an
read
eagle.
page one.
Shush.
Talons of an eagle. Anyway,
Anyway.
that's what hippogriff means.
Anyway.
Yes,
Continue with the
anyway.
story.
So we
Briar
decide to
doesn't
head
much like
south.
water.
And who is Briar?
My tiger.
Okay.
The big white Siberian thing that's been following me around here for months. I've had him
Yes.
since he was a kitten.
Hey, I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know if
help
my
out your
Simhata wants to
freaking
go into
I know,
potential
I know.
viewers.
I know.
So don't get lippy, Missy.
It'll kill you first.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know you stepped out of PC or stepped out of your NPC voice and into your actual Matt explainy voice. Okay.
If somebody says "and who is this," then it's just there to help the descriptions along
Okay.
for everyone,
Well, then I won't
including
be
the players.
in character then.
So what is Briar?
He is my Siberian tiger familiar, my friend that I have had since he was a cub, who was
Okay.
left out in the wilds near my hometown.
Not to be mistaken with the wilds.
Yes. Wild with a Y is much different than wild with an I.
Okay, wild with an I, near my home. In the
It wasn't
woods.
it wasn't an option. You weren't getting an option of if it was the wilds with an I or a Y.
I know. I was clarifying for people who can't seem to, think which one it would be.
You
Anyway, I've had him. since he
got
was
a
kid.
Siberian tiger. Got it.
Yes, I have a Siberian tiger, and he can speak to me mind to mind. We have a psychic bond.
Cool. And just to throw it out there, the other familiar that's in the party.
Took
Same
nah.
as Ko.
Well, sorry. First, the Simhata's name was.
Ko.
Okay. And Manus, you have a familiar as well.
Yes, my crow took Nar.
Okay. Just a normal, everyday crow.
Yes.
Okay.
We also have a psychic link.
Got it. I don't believe
And it has
you
the
for some
intelligence of an 8-year-old.
reason. It's got the
then that doesn't
intelligence. It's got the intelligence of a skeg.
Doesn't sound like an ordinary crow then.
Excuse
No.
me?
It's a special crow. It's my crow.
I'm kidding.
Wait, is it a specially educated crow? I'm sorry, that was a sad joke, guys. I apologize.
You should apologize.
We're not playing Whiplash. We're not playing Whiplash or T-shirt. What is it? TKO? We're not playing TKO.
Okay.
Advance the story.
We've decided to go south. He arranges for food and everything. Essentially provisioning anything you might need as far as like backpacks with tents and all the things that make life on the road a little more comfortable. So
That's very kind of you.
yeah, he does what he can.
He's a good guy.
He seems to be an okay guy. So as you go to sleep that night, you know preparations are being made to get you back out into the world. And is there anything you want to do before you leave this place of relative safety?
Bathe one last time without looking over my shoulder.
Okay, that's a thing.
Is
Anyone
it the
else?
morning now?
As she walks
No,
away
I'm just
to the
asking if
bathing
there's
rooms.
anyone.
Getting that dress is all I need.
I don't need anything.
Okay. In that case, we will. You guys wake up in the morning, and they provide you with foodstuffs, backpacks. They tell you if you follow the river, you should be able to find Sijan, which is the next town, and then from there, our resident guilds person knows that you could either book passage on a ship, or at a ship that other people would be piloting, so that you don't have to worry about sailing. Or you could try to take off on foot, but it would take a while to get to the next city. It's a few hundred miles away.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. So you take off that day. It is a lovely morning.
Wait, before we
What?
leave,
Really? I just asked you that.
I just want. We can leave. It's just I want to clarify something.
Yes.
Before we leave, I call over to my nymph who's currently tending to Tuknar, and then we leave. Because
Okay.
we've been here for months, obviously I've got a nymph by now. Anyway, continue.
Okay. All right. Well, I need to know some things about this nymph, because all the sorcerers here know that if you bind an elemental, it only sticks around for a month. So
I promised her relative safety, so she likes me.
okay. So you've
She's
got a
decided
nymph.
to stay with me.
This particular nymph is not super battle ready.
Oh, that's fine. So far she's just been
it's-
tending to Tuknar and feeding me.
Yeah, she's pretty
What's
good
her
at
name?
being a. Yeah, what's the nymph's name?
I'm gonna laugh.
Nymph number 1.
Nymph number 1. Oh, this
Um,
nymph, yeah, absolutely loves you. Whatever.
Sarah.
Oh.
Her name's Sarah, okay?
Sarah the nymph.
I'm really
'Kay.
surprised you did not go with a totally different name. for
Nope,
someone who's
I-
supposed to be
I needed-
our-
That just reminds me, I have to have a page of Manus's summoned creatures.
Yeah.
Yay.
But yeah, I will not drop a name, but there's supposed to be a mascot portraying Tuknar for us. And I was
At
afraid
some
that
point.
was the name you were going to pop up with for your nymph.
You said Sarah?
Oh
Yeah.
no! I
Sarah
just
the
realized I
nymph.
never got to change the one last spell before. Oh well.
What
Oh, well.
spell?
It was gonna be a summoning
Okay.
thing, but I don't need Hound of the Five Winds, so I was like, oh, I'll change it, but I never
Leave the
got to.
summoning to
'Cause
me. I'm a professional.
I'll learn to summon later. It's fine.
It is
Anything I
something
can
you
do
can
is something.
easily learn, considering you have a person who can do it. Go ahead and change it out whenever you want. As long as you don't use the ability before then, you can change it out whenever you want.
Okay.
All right.
So problem
And we're
solved,
on the
Skay.
path.
Skay.
I'm sorry?
Skay.
What'd you say?
Problem solved.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right. So no questions. Nothing. You guys are always you're on your way. You go to the south, heading towards Sejan. Anyone care to make a? It would be intelligence lore roll to know
Me.
anything about the city.
Intelligence
me.
and lore, or just
Intelligence lore. It means you add
I
those two
wish
together.
to make an intelligence lore roll.
Okay, so go ahead and it'll be on the Exalted table.
Okay, it says how many dice?
Add your dots in lore to your dots in intelligence.
So 10.
Okay.
6.
All right. So you got 6. All right.
Yes.
So with a 6, you are aware that this city that you are going to is the city that has, for probably the entirety of the last age, been a city where people intern the dead.
Lovely.
It's kind of like the world's largest graveyard, which isn't really fair because there's several graveyards, and then a necropolis
place-
underneath.
okay. I mean, I could
Well,
probably
this
attempt one,
place
but I would
sounds
only be
pleasant.
able
Is
to roll
this
6
city of
dice.
bones, or like what's going on here?
It's the city of. It's just where people tend to go to bury their dead.
Okay.
It's got one of the largest amounts of priests in the world. It's not. Again, remember everybody, this is very Journey to the West and everything, so it does not have a lot of the Western customs that exist. So
Mm-hmm.
this is just a place. It's kind of like the sacred resting place for many a people.
Okay.
Just
Cool.
if you want to see if we can find out any more, I can only roll 6 dice, but I could attempt to roll. Just to see if we knew anything else, but it's up to you.
Well, I mean, with a 6, he got most of. Well, Amethyst got most of what she needed to know. The only thing since Amethyst is so well versed in everything, this is a site. There's some potential that this was a first age city or built on top or near a first age city
Meaning there
when the
might be
Solars
solar
actually
things
ruled.
There?
Yeah.
Let's
Potentially.
Go, guys.
But most of the big cities used to be first age cities. Nexus was definitely built on top of one. First age cities tended to crop up pretty much where all the natural resources were, and that doesn't change much when you just go from decade 10 to decade 100. So anyway, moving on. So you are on the road out. As I stated in the description of the place, you didn't really see the path that led you into the temple.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go to leave, a well-beaten path seems to appear directly before you.
It knows when it's time for us to leave, I suppose.
It's very zen of you.
That's kind of my job.
Yeah. And then as you exit the grounds and get out of the forest that houses it, and you get back to the road, not even a few feet away from the end of that, or from once you exit the path and get onto the main road, the path seems to not be there anymore again.
Guess we aren't meant to go backwards either.
Where are we going? How do we get there?
Just keep walking forward.
The road that you're on leads through a forest near a river, and you were told not too long ago that if you follow the river,
you'll find the city.
yes.
Let's follow the river.
Yeah, let's go.
Yay!
Are we going down the path you want, Matt?
I don't care which path you take. You can take whatever you want. I don't care. You want to go north? Go north. I've got shit written.
I got crazy shit everywhere.
This is true. This is a very true statement. Watch out, Spike.
Sounds kind of like a lore story called Hero Quest, where the evil person controlling the dungeon knows everything.
I'm not evil. I am Fred.
You are
literally just took us in for months and clothed us and fed us.
Yeah, this is the
Braiding-
first time Amethyst has been clean with new clothes for her life.
Prepping us to be evil soldiers without knowing it.
Yes.
I mean, they cleaned me up. I walked in covered in blood.
Luckily, I had that amulet, so I was clean already. But I needed new clothes. Those rags were falling off.
Some people were getting some eyefuls.
I mean...
What are you saying? I have a nymph for that. We don't need to bring me into this.
Your nymph, you know, is following you, but does not seem to be visible at the moment.
Lady blushes slightly at the strange turn of conversation.
Faith is not following along.
Skay doesn't understand.
Amethyst appears to be talking to herself, seeing as how he's not any character. Right now, he's just Matt.
Well,
okay.
I was about to say, he's simultaneously evil and good at the same time, because he's all NPCs. Any evil,
yes.
Any good, he is. So don't call me out for saying you're evil, because you are. But you're not evil.
I am true neutral. You leave me alone.
Chaotic
neutral.
No, I am not chaotic neutral. I know exactly what's going on. I am true neutral.
You want everyone to die. Oh, crap.
Yes. Okay. So, as you're walking down the path, there's some trees. It seems to be a light forest at first, but as you start traveling south along the river, you start seeing more trees along the path, and it's getting harder and harder to see the actual river. But the path does seem to be going in that direction. It's headed south. Because you've studied guild charts, you don't even need to make the roll. You know that this particular road is supposed to lead you, Patho, sorry. You know that this road should lead you directly to the city. It's used oftentimes for things like in the area. Some of the highest traffic for the guild is probably things like incense, high quality papers for prayer strips, just things that the priesthood uses for the internment of the dead. So you're pretty sure you know where you're going.
Awesome.
Cool. That's good.
So you take your first day in the forest here. You guys wish to, for some reason, keep walking, or are you gonna rest the night?
I mean, we
I
might
don't
as well
need to rest, but
I think
if you
we
guys
should
want
rest.
to, I'm okay with it.
Sky, you look like you're about to fall asleep standing. I think we should rest.
If that's what you guys want.
The slightly I don't want to say aloof. Aloof's not the right word. The word that you would use to describe fairies in our world, essentially, kind of not quite all there. She's seen some shit in her life. You're pretty sure.
Distracted.
Something flies up to my face, and I swat it against a tree.
No, just saying this child that's with you, she's saying things like, I don't need to sleep, and you know, do what you want, I guess. You know, it's just a little off-putting when you think about it in the terms of what's going on.
I definitely got that right away.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm more perceptive.
Plus, she's just riding, like everybody else has been walking around. You've been riding on
Lying on
this.
the back of a giant horse lion, like you've got nothing to say.
You know when it is nighttime though, you do need to send your Senhata out to go feed itself, unless you want to share food. It just it's a meat eater, so
Okay.
it may want to hunt.
Let it hunt.
Okay. So as a rest thing, I send Ko out for
Okay.
food or whatever.
Do
Okay.
elementals need to sleep?
They're elementals. They don't really need to sleep.
Okay, can Sarah fish as a water elemental?
Sarah can't fish, but Sarah could retrieve fish.
AKA, Sarah can't use a fishing pole, but she can get you fish.
Yeah. When she goes into the water, she essentially would turn transparent.
Okay. While we're all resting, I send Sarah to go collect fish for our food.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else they wish to contribute to your night's feast, apparently?
I have some herbs.
Skay
that I
just
bought
sits
before I
down
left.
and looks off towards the woods.
We can make a fish stew.
Ooh.
We all remember that we were just given food by the
Yeah.
Oh
monks.
yeah.
Well, I also had herbs that
Yeah,
I
but
purchased before I
You
went
were
to the
essentially given traveling food. It's stuff that's designed to last a while.
temple. Not fresh
It's
stuff.
always, yeah, it's jerky and hardtack and things like that.
Actually,
So, you know, fish sounds a hell of a lot better when you think about it.
looking
does.
around,
Just as to remind
Would I
everyone of that,
possibly
because
be
they're
able
like,
to see-
oh, people are collecting food, what am I gonna do?
just because I'd rather have some fresh bread or some fresh anything rather than freaking hardpack. I want hardpack if we're just walking for miles and miles and miles. Because I
I
can
just
stop and eat,
remembered
but
something.
we're done for the day.
Hardtack. Super
Hard
crusty
tack.
bread. yeah.
Sorry, I misspoke. But you knew what I meant.
I know, I'm just trying to...
Thank you.
I'm throwing terminology, okay? It's
Thank
just...
you. I'm
I'm
not
not
being
trying to be a dick.
You're not trying.
She'll always think you are one.
I
That's
know.
just lady. That's just lady.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hey. But
No,
would I-
just... I'm kidding.
Oh, godly GM. Would I be able to see plans that I could make a fresh semblance of bread with around us?
Go wheat.
You don't really have an oven to be able to bake
No,
bread.
but
I
could
can
make
summon
something.
fire.
But you have a campfire.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I have a campfire. I'm sure I could find something I could stick something in. Even if it's just a remainder of a hard
I summon a
tin.
stick person. Here, shove it on this
I-
guy.
I'm just... I'm just as far as it goes, bread is probably not likely.
Okay,
Those are
fine.
generally grain. Well, grains generally grow not in forests, so trying to find grains would
Well,
be
I
a
was
little
thinking
rough.
like something bread-like, not necessarily bread, just bread-like.
I think we should just wait for the fish.
Well, I'm planning on
Yes,
waiting
get
for fish, but I wanted something to go with my fish. I like a
Okay.
balanced
Eat a cracker. Pesa is going to be keeping eye over everything. Make sure nothing
a
sneaks up
question.
on us.
Mm-hmm.
What page is the martial arts thing that I was doing?
It was in Scroll of the Monk, and it's
Yeah.
the
Book of
second
its
to
own.
last.
Okay,
Thing.
I've just read over one of my spells, and it costs less than I've put down. While Sarah's away, can I summon a stalwart servitor to build as a temporary home?
What's the time required to summon one of these things?
I just reach into the ground and pull up a servitor of crude clay. It doesn't give us time scale, it just says I reach into it and lift it up.
Okay,
That's
at the
pretty
type,
instant.
or it doesn't say duration or anything at the top.
It says cost and target.
Oh, what's the target?
Summon server.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can. You gotta go.
It says reaching into the ground, a sorcerer pulls out a servitor of crude clay, 5 feet tall and nearly as wide. And
Right.
2 feet thick at the chest.
Okay, and how many sorcery motes does it wind up needing?
10M.
Oh, for anyone who does come back to this, we are playing my homebrewed version, where it is a mixture of 2nd edition and 3rd edition. So anyone who tells me that this isn't how you do things can go fuck themselves.
We're playing house
You are the
rules.
game master, and house rules. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, you would need to wind up rolling sorcery to do this. It is nighttime, and based off of the shaping rituals you had told me you were going to take, you could extinguish the fire potentially to gain some extra ones, but you don't have a person that you took home to steal the soul of, and you don't have anyone, or you don't have a raging fire around you to
True.
That is not
steal.
what I thought you were going to say was raging.
I pick up a log from the fire and throw it into a tree.
That was just
There we
destructive.
go.
Yeah, the forest.
I'm amethyst.
You do realize that
Let's
forest
not.
gods are a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so do you actually plan to do what do you want to do?
Am I able to do it without using the motes? Without using not the motes, the fire.
Yeah, you can just roll normally. So you don't have anything actually going to be distracting you. It would be an every turn thing normally. So if you want to go ahead and start by rolling your occult plus your intelligence.
So
I believe.
10. Submit.
1.
You didn't
Yes.
botch.
Oh,
What?
1. I was reading the one up above that.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's going to take you a little while because how many motes does it require?
10.
Okay. So you're going to have to keep going here.
So I'll roll again.
Yes.
5.
With 3 botches.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Botches only matter if you don't get any successes.
Okay.
All right. So
9.
you're up to
Okay,
6.
great.
Okay. Yeah. So you're getting kind of fed up here, or because you don't actually have a circle inscribed on the ground or anything, you had to do it with a knife.
Damn it, I forgot to actually do anything dramatic about it.
Yeah, you did. You're sitting here and you're like, man, I don't know. There's not a lot of destructive energies in this really nice forest, and then you think, wait, this is supposed to be a creative thing. And then you just shove your hand into the earth and lift a freaking servitor out of the ground, fully formed. Is there a reason you want this servitor?
I now command the servitor to build us a crude home.
You do know you're only here for the night, right? You have a tent. Do you want him to put together your tent?
Yes.
Okay. So you spend
crazy.
you spend 5 turns summoning a freaking servitor of clay out of the earth to do menial labor.
No, we're going to be doing other things while that thing builds our tent. We don't have time to waste. Says
hey, just wondering, who's cooking tonight?
I will.
I'm just watching.
All right.
Are you going to do anything?
I'm
Hannah just
lookout.
asked sassily.
I am lookout, saving your hide.
We don't need a lookout if we've got a servitor.
The servitor is putting together the tent, you lazy little brat.
How long does it take to build a tent? Especially for a thing
like
that
10
can
minutes
like
if I wasn't
build
cooking.
tents.
Okay, so with that,
But if they're
I
dysfunctional,
need dexterity survival for your cooking.
Uh-oh.
She said she's going to cook. She didn't say she's going to cook us something that tastes good.
Because
that's true.
the nymph comes back with this bounty of fish and just like drops them at your feet.
She
And
then
it's
buys
like-
it because that taught her good.
She does whatever she has to because you summoned her from essentially a war zone that she did not want to be in.
Yes.
I got 2
people-
successes rolling my 6 dice for that, by the way.
2 successes. Okay.
Yes.
So it tastes pretty decent. Something your mom would make. If your mom was okay. No, Would you let me?
Something your mum would make if you had a mum.
She really flips off Amethyst.
2 successes is average, guys. So it's successful. You did okay. It's edible, and it doesn't taste bad because it is average. If you had gotten 3, it would be above average, and everybody would be like, tasty. So
You should cook again.
yes. Right now, you're like, could use a little salt, but otherwise pretty damn good. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Sarah causes
I want to
salt for the
thank
salt
you
water to
for-
fall on the fish.
I want to thank you for the food.
Thank you.
You're going to thank her for the food, but you're not going to thank Sarah for getting it.
A few hours into this,
Thank you, Sarah.
your Simhata returns. What color is the fur on this beastie?
Well, now it's red.
Depends on what color the fur is.
No, it depends
I
on
don't
what color
know.
the blood was.
Oh,
What-
jeez. A light purple. Lavender. Let's go with lavender.
Okay.
Similar to me.
Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
you guys match.
With sparkles on it.
Now,
I
this
love
is
what
what,
you just said. Yeah, sure.
by the way, this is what happens when mortals do magic that's usually reserved for solars. It kicks out a horse of a different color, essentially.
Oh.
They weren't expecting, they were expecting the normal like tan of a lion or whatever
Yeah.
color horse they put in to the mixture. And instead, it totally went. It for anyone who's seen, because what essentially they're doing for anyone who's seen Full Metal Alchemist,
Don't bring
Just-
it up.
Yeah.
that's essentially what they were doing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That was so
Ev-
sad.
Everyone knows the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone knows
when
it, so
I had
don't bring it up.
to cremate my mother.
We'll talk about it.
We're talking about IRL things right now, and that was a really sad scene.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Not cremating, but I have had to bury my own mother, so that can't
We're
be
not
IRL.
talking about
Shut
sad
up!
things in real life. We're talking about fantasy things in real life.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. So they didn't they weren't trained well enough. They thought they were better than they were, and they made this thing, and it was almost exactly what they expected, except it turned out murdery and purple.
The only problem was that the purple thing was what was unexpected.
Yes.
Purple.
Well,
Murder purple.
I mean, Jack can tell you whether or not the murdery thing was expected or not.
Skay would not like to talk about that.
She doesn't wish to speak of such horrifying things.
She says while looking innocently around at all these adults around her.
Yeah. So the this Simhata comes in, and it just sort of trots in, looking very pleased with itself. A lot of red plastered around its lips as it's its muzzle while it's licking. You see it constantly trying to lick it out of its fur, but otherwise looking very pleased, and then just goes over towards the fire and lays down and proceeds to fall asleep. It looks like a giant house cat at the moment.
Oh, there we go.
It's adorable.
Oh,
Wait, did you say where did it go to sleep at?
by the campfire.
Just chilling next to the fire.
Okay, Skay gets up and goes to lay by Ko.
Okay.
I dropped out by accident. I don't know if I missed anything, so.
You didn't miss
The only
anything
thing you
important.
missed was the lavender.
Nothing.
Port lion horse going to lay by the fire,
Okay.
licking blood off its mouth.
Yes.
Okay.
As Skay pets the blood-covered Simhata.
Amethyst looks at Skay petting this evil creature and realizes I might not be the most evil one here if she's finding joy in this creature.
This is the internal dialogues. I love them. Okay.
I think
So-
the man that's watching on the stream also loves them because Celebri, you weren't here last night for the stream, but she has come back and she is watching and she is very much enjoying apparently.
Okay. All right. You wake up in the morning. Does anyone want to keep watch, or with
I'll
all
keep
the
watch.
with the fact that you have a nymph that doesn't sleep, a servitor that doesn't sleep, what? What?
But never mind.
Okay.
No, not me.
I'm just trying to see if you're getting out of your armor or not.
I'll get out of my armor. I won't keep watch because we have two
Okay.
beings that don't sleep.
Okay. And then several animals with various awarenesses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Night goes by, nothing crazy happens. Yay. That's all there is. Nothing
Yay, we
crazy
didn't die.
happens. You didn't die in the middle of the night.
Can I go get food soon?
Yeah, if you want to go get
Plenty
food.
of fish.
IRL food.
We're
My
just
Simhata didn't kill anyone. Or
Yeah.
that we know of.
didn't kill any humans
It
in
didn't
your
kill us. It didn't kill
Yes.
us.
It didn't kill
Yes.
any important NPCs.
Back at the temple we just came back from, the priest we were talking to is wondering where Brother Jeremiah is.
Okay. You said you need to go get food.
Yeah, it's just out in my kitchen, but I'm hungry.
Go get food.
Oh, Zach.
Okay.
While
right.
Pathos still rests, I send Tuknar into the sky to see through his eyes to make sure we're still on the right path and which direction we go. Since Tuknar can fly above the trees.
Right. As
To
soon as he
find the
gets
river.
as soon as he gets above the trees, he can see that there is in fact a river and trees, but he
Yes.
cannot see the path.
But he sees the river, so he knows where to follow.
Yeah, he
Since
sees
doesn't
that.
get turned around since he doesn't know north and south.
He
He's
does
a
know
bird.
north and south. He's an 8-year-old.
He's
Intelligence.
a bird. Yeah,
He's
he
a
might know
bird.
Which one to
What?
migrate toward,
hey,
but
before
one's not
you-
migrate.
Before you get all meh here and argue about the whole thing,
I know.
most animals have at least a decent survival and/or direction sense. And when they're intelligent on top of that, they add those senses to the fact that they're intelligent.
Yes, but if Manus is simply looking through its eyes to begin with, it could get disorienting as far as for looking towards like the northerly direction or southerly direction, unless you're intentionally looking towards whichever way the sun rose. And I don't know if in creation it is the same as our normal Earth.
It is.
Okay.
Think
so it goes
think
east
Apollo
towards
dragging
the-
a yeah, just think Apollo dragging a
the
chariot.
sun across
Yeah.
the sky? Gotcha.
Yep.
Well, Tukdar comes back down and informs me that yes, we're still going south if we go that way. And I'm like, cool, south it is then. And everyone's like, why are you speaking to your bird? And I'm like, it's a familiar, I've told you this.
And it's not like 3 people in your group don't have similar things.
Only one of them does.
Only one of them does. The
Yeah.
the
Other
tiger
one's
is
just
the
an animal.
yes.
While Briar looks at me and thinks, Mom, can I eat it? It looks eatable.
Yeah. The
tiger wants
the-
to eat the crow.
yeah, the Simhata doesn't have the same
Abilities.
like familiar abilities. It's just a semi-magical animal.
Okay.
Later on, we might be able to upgrade that through various things in gameplay, but Jack, your pet is just a pet at the moment.
And a mount.
I'm fine with that.
And a mount, yes.
He's my friend.
He's your battle cat.
Horse.
No, he's
I wouldn't want to leave. I wouldn't want to use him for anything. He's my friend.
I'm back.
Okay,
Your friend
welcome back.
killed everyone you knew.
Wait.
and almost killed you if you hadn't exalted.
Ti-
Very
Time out
friendly.
though. Dylan,
Yeah, but
what's
it hyper bonded as soon as that happened.
what's the book for the creatures? Oh, I see it. I think. I forgot
It
there was
should be
a
in Exalted's books.
Yeah, I
Which
forgot there was an
There's elementals
Exalted
or
books.
demons?
Demons.
Okay.
I have to
Alright.
learn the other thing from you.
So, day 2, you wake up. Do you want to speed put on armor, or do you just want to normal, like, since there's not really,
I'll-
like, you're wasting a whole lot
I'll
of
just
time?
put it on.
Okay. So for anyone who doesn't know, you've got one person who is just, like, super, super armored up, and everybody else is just wearing, like, normal shirts, essentially.
And then one of us can turn into literal metal.
Yes, but you haven't done that, and that
Not
takes time.
yet.
Is there a way to get my Simhata armor?
I'm sure
You
find
can
an
bard
armor
animals.
good.
I can what? I'm sorry.
You can
went out.
bard animals. Let me answer the questions.
You went out. I can hear you.
No, not you. Someone else was
Oh.
talking over me, lady.
There's the NPC voice in the sky.
Well,
Which, FYI, I can hear because I'm the one who has to have your freaking bouts of oracle.
yeah, I'll tell you when that happens.
I know.
We wake up in
Except-
the morning and out of nowhere you will be slapped by fish. What? A fish rises up from the...
a fly. You're walking close to the river. A flying fish jumps out and smacks you in the face. It nearly kills you.
Oh
How can
no.
a fish nearly kill us
No.
when we're exalted?
It's a big
It's
fish.
a powerful fish.
Crack our skull on a rock.
Big fish.
It's a it's a god-blessed fish. You leave me alone.
Don't piss off the GM.
Give me a second.
All right. So
Hold
You
on.
wake up.
Oh no.
you're walking through the forest again. The birds are a-tweeting and things.
Hey, wait a minute. You
And-
said to stop you if you start being lazy like that. You said tweeting and things.
They're tweeting.
Description.
Okay. The birds are fucking.
Has he become?
He went robot for
You
a
became a
minute.
robot.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's okay, it worked for the censoring for my video, that was awesome.
Good. Alright. So, there's birds. You hear them tweeting and flying around through the trees. You know, there's the normal wildlife. But can I get perception awareness rolls from everyone?
From everyone, okay.
Hold on.
Everyone in the group. This does not include your animals.
Okay, you
Perception.
said which one? Perception and...
I missed what you said. What?
Perception awareness rolls.
Where are those?
Where's that? Yeah, I'm confused.
Perception is your attribute. It's it's near intelligence.
Ah,
Oh, I
yes.
see it.
And awareness is under your nightcast paid or section.
Okay.
Everything
so
that I
5.
tell you to roll is almost always going to be an ability plus an attribute.
Okay. Hold on.
On a
Got
positive
1.
note, if you don't have anything in them, you don't suffer penalties like mortals do. You just get whatever your attribute is or your
Wait,
ability.
so I clicked the Exalted table roll, right?
Mhm. You
And I
add the
put how
number of
many I
dots
have.
you have. Yep,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
and then press enter. Oh, you botched.
Oh no.
Looking around, suddenly a fish slaps her in the face.
We'll deal with that in a second. I need everybody to just go ahead and roll it and tell me what they get.
I got a 4.
I got a 1. Or no, sorry, 2. I got a 2.
Okay,
2410.
2, 4, 1, botch. Not 0.
I hope I don't become laser corn on this.
Labor corn? What?
Labor
Labor
corn. Yes, labor corn. He's in labor. But I hope I don't become laser corn on this. That would suck.
Yeah. Alright, so
That's my job.
as you're
Hopefully it.
you're walking through, you guys are following your path. Sky, I need a dexterity. Skay, sorry. I need a dexterity
And-
athletics roll from you.
Oh, okay. this
Otherwise,
is
you're
not
going flying
good.
down a hill.
I'm gonna be the first one out right now. I'm dead.
No, you're not gonna die.
She got
Damn,
5 on
yeah.
that one.
Okay, so you're kind of just like wandering around and everything, and your foot clips a rock, and you start to stumble, but you're able to catch yourself just fine. And in fact, nobody actually notices that you even stumbled. You just know deep down you almost face planted.
Skay looks around, sees that no one notices, and looks at Ko, and
Ko
she rubs
nuzzles you
Ko
a
and
little
then
bit.
just go. Yeah,
And the
you just
fish
keep
slaps
walking,
her in the
pretend
face.
you pretend like it didn't happen.
Yeah, and he pretends like it doesn't happen either. He just
We
kind of
have an
puts a nuzzle
understanding.
into you real quick, and then just proudly puts his head up and continues.
Yeah,
He's
walking.
just like, my human is 14.
yeah.
God, she's
Patho,
dumb.
for you, you're getting the feeling that something isn't right. Something about your just all the guild travel you've done and everything. It's just something here isn't quite right. You can't actually see the river from the path, and you no longer actually hear it.
Oh.
Guys, I can't hear the river. We're supposed to be following the river.
You can't even hear. You can't hear the river, guys. I can't hear the river.
Guys, I can't hear anything.
Guys, we're not by the river anymore.
I think maybe we might be lost.
Well, the
I
path
sent
that you were-
Tuknar back into the sky again to find the river.
Okay, just to get back.
Oh, you're robotic again.
Sorry. Let me know when I'm okay.
Just keep babbling.
Speak again.
now.
Oh, you're good.
Better.
Okay. So,
We hear da 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 in the sky.
Patho knows from the maps that she's looked over that the path is supposed to lead it's supposed to stay fairly close to the river. When you send Tuknar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tuknar up, and you're looking through the bird's eyes, and you see that you've probably the path has taken you several miles away from the edge of where the river is.
Guys, we've gone several miles away from where the river is. No, I'm joking.
How do we get so turned around?
This road is supposed to stay close to the river. I don't know what's going on.
Guys, we fucked up.
Hey, question though. With this Quicksilver staircase, can't I see through glamour? Or try to see through glamour?
You can.
So can I try that right now?
Yeah, go ahead and make another perception awareness roll.
Perception and awareness again?
Yes.
That went well last time.
Don't be a lasercorn.
I'll try not to. So it's 6.
You got 4 that
4.
come.
It's better than what I had last time.
It's good. You know that it's not a glamour. Someone hasn't placed something over your eyes. If
We really are
if everything,
far away.
what?
We really are far away, correct?
Right.
So we
yeah,
really
you
are
are.
far away. It's not a trick.
You are actually far away, and as far as what's going on, that would mean that the path would have had to have been moved by something. If you want to share that insight, you can. And I would ask the sorcerers to make a intelligence lore check.
Oh, so 10. Because I'm very loreful. 6.
Did she choose to share it with everyone, though?
I don't know. She never said, but I was just saying.
Okay, guys. This is not a glamour. We really are lost.
And that the path would have had to have been moved.
And the path must have been moved or something.
Okay, so now the roll Manus made makes some sense. What'd you get on yours, Jack?
3.
All right. Both of you guys are aware of an elemental known as a wood spider that they have a tendency to try to isolate groups of people by moving the forest around.
1 second, I haven't seen this in my book.
It's in the core book.
It's in the core? Ugh.
What do these spiders? What do these elementals do?
They move. Well,
They
Jack
isolate
knows
groups.
Yeah, Jack knows that they tend to isolate groups of people to try and lure them further into their forests. Manus knows that despite the fact that these things generally try to seem cordial when they're caught, they're just a-holes. Like,
Those little bastards.
yeah, pretty much. Like, that's how you would describe them.
They're not good.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're not the nicest of spiders.
Yeah.
Despite
are you gonna
spiders
share
always
with the
being
group or
dicks.
not is the question.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
wait, go ahead.
look at it from their point of view. Right now, you're a bunch of you're 4 females with like a horse lion walking through,
And a tiger. And a crow.
and a tiger. Yeah,
I kneel
a
to the
crack.
ground and place my hand on the path.
Okay.
This
Why do you
seems to be the work of a wood spider.
Okay.
I love
Do you
the
have
theatrics.
anything else to share?
I was
With
waiting
the
for Jack
class.
to be like, "Oh, those things." But yeah,
Okay.
sure, I'll add more.
I was letting
Well,
you finish.
You know more than the other two, or than
Yeah, you
anyone
know more
else
than
here.
me.
These are sort of woodland. These are sort of wood elemental that like to isolate groups of people by shifting the forest itself.
Wonderful. I
Ah,
freaking hate spiders.
We should keep our guards up.
And keep watch for them.
yes. I will definitely keep an eye out. And I'm already armored up because I did that earlier.
Right.
Oh,
I decide at this moment to cast incomparable body armor.
All right. I need the. I'm gonna need the sorcery rolls to see how long this takes.
What will I roll? Intelligence and occult.
Colt. Right.
10.
And if you ever want to do it
6.
faster, you. Okay. What does it require to actually?
Let me check my magic. Incomparable body armor is 30.
It's gonna take
Okay.
you a while.
Yeah. So remember, everybody here was given free excellencies.
Mm-hmm.
So you can always use that to buy extra dice. And
You no longer have an excellency then.
no, you always have that excellency. It's something that's allowed. It's
I
tacked
use
onto
my
anything.
excellency in occult.
Okay. Well, you buy them using your essence. If you use your personal essence, you will not start to sparkly glow.
I use my surrounding essence.
And you can buy as many extra dice as you already have dice. So
Buy
if
up
you
to
start
10.
out, yeah, so you would be able to buy up to 10 more dice, and it comes at a essence a die.
So actually, you don't even do.
So how many essences are around me that I can use?
Go to your essence pool. It's on the second page.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Combat. Oh yeah, I'll use 10. That's peripheral essence. I can use 10.
Peripheral essence is the one that's going to make you glow.
I thought personal essence made you glow.
No, personal is the one that does not make you sparkly glowy.
I will use 10 personal essence
Okay. All right.
to increase my chances.
All right. So
20 dice.
You'll regain essence faster if you're ever in combat than if you are just walking around. And that's just how things work. So you'll gradually replenish those essence modes.
Really?
Also, what?
I just rolled 20 dice and got 6. The same
Well done.
as I rolled 10 dice.
good job.
What
There you
was
go.
your last roll?
Um,
It was also a 6. Okay, he's Satan. She's Satan.
not yet.
Not yet.
I roll
Hold on.
another 10
Why
dice.
would I be Satan?
Not
Look at
you.
me. Oh, okay, cool.
Can
Kill
I,
him.
can you, I'm gonna throw something in here real quick. Also, don't forget that if your familiar is touching you, you can take 5 essence from
I'm gonna
them.
steal 5 essence from
Can
Nars. I'm
I
just
take
going to
a
roll
break,
15 dice.
So I can
I
go
did-
get something?
No.
You can't
No.
do that. You can only do
4!
20.
Okay. This game doesn't like me.
Hello?
I didn't hear what
Sunday
you
one-
said.
I said, can you give me a second? I need to do something.
Well, I'm just rolling for my life.
Yeah,
right?
right now he's just rolling to figure out how long this is going to take.
It's
Okay.
gonna take a
Let's
while.
roll another 10 dice and... Okay, now I get 7. Okay, I've done it now.
Okay.
Wait, no I
So-
haven't. Damn it, that's 20.
What? You had 12.
And then I got 16 and I had 7. I need 30.
Okay, so then that's not 20. That's
I know, but I was thinking of 20, not 30.
You got
Oh,
23.
okay.
I had more than 30. That's more than 20.
I right now we're just trying to figure out how long this essentially takes. So Amethyst walks off and is like, "Hey, give me a minute. I want to make sure that I'm not going to just get murdered," and and starts casting a spell.
While she's doing that, I slide my hand in my Slayer guitar and just gently rub my thumb against it. Just
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Finally have 30.
Okay. So after sitting there making some hand movements and doing the thing,
Doing the
doing the thing, doing the sorcery thing.
To finally get your armor up.
No, it took 6 rounds, so.
6 rounds.
But when it's a dramatic action, it generally can take longer. So you whoosh, 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 and bamf. How long does that one last?
It lasts. Need to get closer to the book. For a number of hours equal to her essence store.
Okay, so for 4 hours.
Yes.
Okay. And then your servitor, how long do those last? Seems like they break down quick.
I'll need to find it in the book again.
Sorry. I mean, we're just waiting for Jack to get back, so.
Become Wood, Bloodlash, Eyes of the Offender, Stalwart Servitor. Equal hours to my essence. So
Okay.
he'll be gone by now.
Yeah. Wouldn't have been a real good lookout, because as soon as you went to sleep, it would have just been like, and crumbled back into dirt. All right then.
What about us?
Nothing, just that my server is not here anymore.
Yeah. Also, Amethyst is now,
Made of metal.
yeah, essentially made of metal, which isn't completely uncommon, you know. Anyway,
Skye doesn't
now
really remember
sink in
you being
water,
made
just
of
so you
metal.
remember.
When she was awake.
You've been awake.
No, that's never mind.
I was just making a joke.
Yeah, she's just remember, Skye is
Interesting.
Yes.
Right.
So downsides to being made of metal: you sink in water. That's rough.
But I don't need to breathe.
Oh.
But
So
you sink in
basically,
water
you
until
live
you
in
do
Metal
need to
Mario.
breathe.
Also, I'm going to secondary activate this. It says that from my metal skin, I can sprout rusty iron spikes at will, which are double-bladed 8-inch long knives from my fingertips. And I'm wanting
Okay.
to do that too.
Why do you want to do that now instead of at will?
Oh, yeah, that doesn't take any time. Okay, yeah, never mind. I have normal hands. I'm not Edward Scissorhands yet.
Here, you are not Lady Deathstrike. Yet. Okay.
Yet.
So, Yoriko! Anyway, so you start moving through the forest again. Do you want to try and follow the path, or do you want to try and head back towards the direction you think the river
I
is in?
propose going back to the river to avoid being attacked by spiders.
There could be things in those woods, though, that attack us and stuff.
They could have circled around us.
The thing is, how do we know it's not turning around on us again?
We don't.
Amethyst, send your crow.
I already did that. We know where the river is. But would the path behind us have been changed as well?
You don't know.
That's why I'm questioning it.
Let's make for the river, because that's a set spot that we can kind of keep an eye on
Okay.
and know where it is.
Well, I guess I need a group consensus, sorry.
I propose to head back to the river.
Okay.
I agree.
So-
Supposed to cautiously head back to the river.
Okay.
Well, I propose to steadily head back to the river.
Okay. So we've got a quorum here. We're headed back towards the river. So with that,
We can't consensus on what this describing word for heading back to the river is.
Wow.
We ignore Amethyst and start walking.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't Amethyst, that was me. Hello.
Okay,
We ignore
so-
Manus and start walking.
Amethyst points to the direction that they that she believes this is the way the crow set goes back to the river.
You just disrespect my crow.
No, I'm
The
saying
crow.
that
He has a name.
Tuknar.
There we go.
Tuknar struck by lightning. No, I'm joking.
Yes! Briar
So-
eats well.
Briar can fucking try.
A fish
Okay.
from the lake flies all the way over to Amethyst and smacks her in the face.
Alright. So, can I get, it will be, let's go with perception survival to get you guys back through the woods on a non-path.
Oh no. Give me a minute.
Perception.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh no.
I don't have that much survival, so that's gonna be.
I only have
not-
one.
Same here.
I botched it.
Sweet.
Which two
So I have.
Sweet.
You said perception, right?
Perception and survival, yeah.
My survival is not good.
I got 2.
Okay. What
The
did Lady roll?
sorcerers are in this.
Good thing I'm heavily armored, right?
3.
And
Three.
Lady got 3.
Okay. Well, your botch is telling you to like go one direction, and everybody else is like, no, we're pretty sure it's this way.
Bro literally said this way, Patho, like, you're not a better navigator than I am.
Well,
Then you
The-
crow.
the same time, it seems like the trees are somehow managing towards trying to redirect you a different direction, and that's what the survival is for. Can I get another perception awareness, please?
For all of us, or?
Everyone.
Uno.
3.
Okay.
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
2.
You're not very perceptive.
All right.
I ain't being
Um,
Useful right now.
Jack, you've learned to trust certain instincts. One of those instincts has been to follow the line of sight and like hear, like when animals are trying to hear something, they'll kind of pop up an ear towards the direction. You've learned to figure that out, and your Simhata is looking straight up and slightly in front of you guys. And when you look up that direction, you see in the foliage of the trees, you see something moving around up there that seems entirely too big for any animal that should be in a tree.
Oh, here's something. Ahead of us. Something's in the tree.
they're in the trees.
They're in the trees!
Good.
I can't make out what it is. But Ko definitely hears something.
Lady cautiously
So I'm-
adjusts her feet to be in a more better stance, just in case.
A more better staff.
That was actually correct. Thank you very much. More
Ooh.
appropriate
Yeah.
stance. Fine.
Well, more better is not the proper.
Covering my ass. Shush.
She tried.
Why are you helping Dylan?
Because technically I was correct there.
Don't grammar
Yeah,
Yeah,
shame.
but you're still.
No grammar shaming.
Oh, that's my life.
I know.
Oh, you must hate me then.
Okay.
Did
So
I not bring it up to you with your Y's for the word Y?
anyway, so you point up that direction, and Manus, you're breathing into your mic.
Emma? I'm not pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
you are.
breathe.
You don't breathe.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you're pulling yourself.
I don't breathe.
I'm metal. I don't need to breathe.
Well, it's true.
I said Manus, not Amethyst.
Amethyst.
So
He was talking to Manu talking.
Yes. So you speak for Amethyst. Anyway, moving on to what matters. What do you guys do? Because you now have a location of the potential whatevers.
I'm summoning my sword.
I braced to be on the safe side. And
I keep up my end of the promise and tell Sarah to try and find relative a safe hiding place.
I have a question. I have Flight of the Brilliant Raptor. It's a eagle-sized bird
It is.
that can see 1,800 feet away. I mean, yards away.
Yep.
But
and
it
as
explodes.
long as you can see it.
Oh, I sort of see the figure, but I don't see it. So
I'm saying you see it moving through there, so that means you see it. So.
Okay, so can I cast Flight of the Brilliant Raptor?
You can definitely attempt that. All you need to do is make a sorcery and an occult intelligence check to start shaping your spell. If you wish to accelerate that, you can spend your personal essence to try and cast it faster.
What do I need to spend? Occult and.
So it's occult and your intelligence.
Oh, okay.
To start shaping the spell.
Alright, I'll start shaping my spell.
Okay, do you want to do it at an accelerated rate, or do you want to do it at your normal speed?
Not really, I don't want to glow.
Well, if you use your personal essence, you will not glow.
How do I check
on,
that?
On your combat page? Yeah, so you can use up to whatever amount your occult plus
I'll use 4.
Is. Okay. So you'll subtract that from your personal essence pool, and then go ahead and roll to
do that.
Hold
Attack.
on. And I guess.
Do you remember what
9.
page the Flight of the Brilliant Raptor was?
Not really. I was gonna ask you. Hold on.
Is it in quarter
Give me a second.
or treatises?
It's in treatises.
I will search.
Librarian
It
Manus
should-
is on it.
It should be pretty
That's
damn
funny.
close to the top.
It's the ones you gave me, like that and then the dream thing. I had to find for myself. I just didn't get a chance to find the Brilliant Raptor.
Flight of the
everything
Brilliant
else written down.
Raptor is on page 46 of
46.
Black and White treatises.
Yeah, I'm near.
Okay, I've got it.
I'm there.
Okay, so you would spend. You're trying to gather fire inside of a forest. It doesn't quite all come together at once. So take your next roll to figure out, or to see if you cast.
Same thing?
Yep, same thing.
Or same thing, okay. 6.
Okay, you definitely cast. Alright, so now you make a wits occult, and you gain +4 to try. So it's wits occult +4 extra dice. This is to try and actually see your accuracy of the spell. So you're able to summon enough sorcery to pull it together, and now you're throwing it out at them.
Okay.
So wits plus occult +4.
Where's wits?
Directly underneath intelligence.
Okay, got it.
I don't
5.
think her, let's say, statistics
You didn't even-
work with who she is as a person.
You didn't know.
Ouch.
Oh, that's not mean at all. You also didn't know where perception was. But that's fine.
I'm not very perceptive. I only have 3.
That's above average.
Shut up.
Alright. You definitely hit the thing that's floating around up there.
Okay. Skate tells everyone to stand back. As she casts Flight of the Raptor, her essence come together and form an eagle-sized bird.
You're just
Prayed.
reading it from the book.
No, I made
No.
I wrote something down as well. Just to make it.
let her do her thing, man. I'll tell you whether or not it's worth anything. So,
Made of diamonds and ruby. Oh wait, that was flames, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, made of cool flames. The bird lets out a very loud shriek and heads for the stupid. What is it again?
it's a wood
Shadowy
spider.
figure.
Heads for
Is
the
it
shadowy figure, and as it gets close, it explodes. And that's all I got. I didn't write anything else.
Okay.
You can just
Um,
do it.
So you can have different colors of flames, Manus. It just flames.
I didn't say she couldn't. She just said.
No, he thought
cool
I was.
No, she was giving a description of like rubies and diamonds and stuff. You can have colors that are in
Yeah, I know.
flames that mimic that. And you stopped her.
flames.
Rude.
Okay.
So shut your mouth, Menace.
You
You
did.
said I was reading it from a book.
You were so.
Menace, shut up.
No, I wasn't. I wrote things somewhat from the book.
All right. So in this particular instance, you're going to get an extra 3 dice from from beating the dodge of the thing of the thing you just shot at. Your damage is equal to your perception plus your occult, which is near wits, and you gain +4 on top of that. So it'll be a total of +7 damage to whatever your perception and occult is. You're gonna use your table damage to roll this one. That's the damage roll.
Cancel.
So it's 7 plus whatever your perception and your occult is.
Okay.
What's the difference between the table damage and the exalted table roll?
10s don't count as 2 on damage.
Okay.
You got 5.
I see that.
Nice.
I got off.
2.
So you did 12 damage.
What? No.
Said
that's
plus
5
7.
damage. Yeah, but it's
So that's for the roll.
that was for the roll. She rolled all of it and got 5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Menace,
Oh,
you
I'm
bad.
sorry. You were supposed to tell me how much damage that puts you at when you add 7 plus whatever your occult
Oh.
and
My bad.
so
16.
you have 16 damage. This thing has a soak of that. This is wooden skin, so it's actually going to subtract. So you would actually subtract 3 from the dice you roll due to what its armor is made up of, and then
13.
so yeah, you'd roll 13. Sorry.
Table damage.
So at least
Still
that means
table
she gets
damage,
To
yep.
redraw that roll.
Yeah, but
4.
it could be.
And got lower.
Okay, that's fine. The foliage that the thing was hiding in catches fire, and
Well, it did explode for a bird.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need you to roll half of those dice, so we'll say 6 of them, please.
Table damage again.
Yes.
Yep.
4.
Damn. All right. So you see this this bird scream out as it is created into existence and slam into some trees. Everybody notices the trees are now on fire,
Oh no, the trees are now on fire.
and and 2 bulky, large, kind of looks like tumbleweeds, except
Have legs.
actually green. Well, they have legs, but they're also they look like the tumbleweeds still have water and stuff inside of them. It's very green, and then there's like root legs coming out of it, and they slam into the ground and start rolling around to put themselves out. At this point,
Okay.
I would like everybody to roll their join battle. You have a button on combat page that says join battle. Roll join battle.
Oh, okay.
Any additional dice or bonus dice that we need?
Join battle.
I think it's
Join
0.
battle.
Bonus dice? No bonus dice?
No bonus dice unless you're using a charm that increases your ability to do that.
Bonus success is 0.
Bonus success is 0.
I like the music right now.
You're welcome.
Oh, I had my headphones down. Can't even hear it. Ooh.
There's been
Suspense.
forest sounds in the background prior to this.
I've been enjoying. Did mine show up?
Yes.
Okay.
So-
I just got a red message. I wanted to make sure.
No worries.
4261.
Okay. So Jack is going first, which is good because she
let's
saw
select it.
everything. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Sorry.
Then Lady, then me, then Patho.
Yes, but it's based off you. So.
I love the music so much.
Alright, 6, 5, 4. You said. Wait, 4 was Lady. And then 2 and 1. Okay. Skay, you startled these things. They fell out of a tree. They're taking their action to try to put themselves out. So it is your turn to kind of try to figure out what you want to do.
Can I cast Burning Eyes of the Sender? Or wait, hold on. They're already. It would stun them, but they're already like stunned basically because they're trying to put themselves out, right?
They're
already
gonna.
busy.
They're gonna take an action to put themselves out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do whatever you want at this point.
Okay. Well, can I put them to sleep?
You would have to walk up to. Well, you can't do both of them at once.
Okay.
So you're gonna walk up and you're gonna try to slap them to sleep.
Sure, why not?
All right. So you have a nifty ability that allows you to try to pimp slap someone to sleep.
Yeah, that's Fever Night Phantasm, right? Chasm.
And whatever the one is after staircase. So bear with me, and I'm pulling up Scroll
I
of the
got
Monk
it.
right now.
It's silver. It's Quicksilver Staircase. Peaceful Repose Touch is the one where I put them to sleep.
Then I think it's actually is the staircase. Let me. Yeah, it's Quicksilver Staircase with 6 motes spent.
Okay. What do I do? Just put 6 in the how many dice?
So you're going to be spending 6 motes of essence, either from your personal or from your peripheral. And you can split it, so you can take whatever you have left if you only have so many. And then.
Well, I'm going to take 2 from here, 2 from personal, and 2 from peripheral.
Okay, but don't
No,
you
3
want
from
to,
peripheral.
you need 6 total.
4 from peripheral.
Okay. All right. And you just use a martial arts dexterity to hit.
Hold on. Dexterity? So 6 plus the dexterity?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How do I see that?
What?
Oh no, it didn't do good.
Well, the thing is they're rolling around on the ground, so they're not actually trying to dodge this small girl walking up to try to punch them. So they can't use their dodge to do anything. It doesn't help that these are wood creatures, so you know they're really worried about fire.
They should be.
Yes, because they very much should be.
I'm
as
still worried
you,
about the trees.
right. So you smack them. Can I get a martial arts plus your essence? So it's whatever your martial arts is plus your four. You have 4 dots in essence. So
Yeah, so 9.
Yep. Do you want to? You do have martial arts. You can add dice via the excellency for martial arts. Do you want to use any more, or are you going to?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
It's botched.
Okay.
You're getting a lot of botches.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay. How many dice was that? 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. You. Well, let's see what they get. All right. It does not put it directly to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Directly?
Directly to sleep.
What does it do?
What? Well,
Sleepy?
right now you punch it in the face, so 'cause that's what a martial arts attack does. So what I'm going to ask from you is martial arts plus strength plus. Tell me what exactly is your martial arts plus your strength plus 3.
Martial arts strength and 3?
Yep.
10.
10. All right. Okay. So you would only be rolling 2 dice to do damage.
Ouchies. I'm the
Okay.
new Lasercorn, guys.
But you do 1 damage to it, and it actually passes out.
Hey, it's a
It just. Yep.
I missed that because my headphones are dying, so they beeped.
I punched something to sleep somewhat. Actually, it just passed out.
She knocked it out, so basically it's a sleep.
It's yeah. You unintentionally put it
anyway.
to sleep, just not in the way you thought it would.
Good job.
The little girl walks up to the huge on fire creature and punches it square in the face. It doesn't go to sleep, but I don't intentionally do my power, but it just gets knocked out.
Yep, pretty much. Crap, where is it?
Who's doing the thing with the purple line, by the way?
Yeah, that's cool. How do you do that?
It's Dylan.
How does he do that?
There's a ruler.
It's the middle button, or
Oh, I see it.
4th button.
Anyway, okay. Is that's speed 5? So 1, 5. You wind up over here now. In this one, lady, there is 1 spider rolling to put itself out.
And the other one's currently passed out, correct?
Is it still on fire though?
It's still on fire and passed out.
Yeah, it's currently putting itself out, so it's more like down to a smolder at the moment.
The sleeping one or the awake one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
It was on its way to put the fire out. It got a lot, most of it.
So basically, I don't want to use one of my charms right now, but I do want to use my guitar. I want to use my speed of 5 with that guitar and flurry at least one, if not both of them.
All right.
I will describe it as soon as I know how many successes I get.
Hold on. Skay, just so you're aware, and anyone wants to, there's a faint shimmer of golden light in a circle in the middle of your forehead. It's got a like half of it is half of the circle is filled in.
That's cool.
So kind of like a crescent moon.
Ooh.
And more like the sun is going down.
The little symbol to
Not
the
seeing
bottom
people.
left.
Okay.
Like over the horizon, so like there's
The
a
bottom
horizon
half's
line.
cut off.
Yep.
Gotcha. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
forgot I could do that.
Question before you move on with
I'll have
that.
to kill them.
It's faintly visible.
A question though. How do you get essence back? Like, how do you get that back? You just don't.
At the end of the turn, you'll get 5 motes back, and then once if you're out of combat, then it regains at a slower speed.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody did some decent chunk of damage to these things with a element that's not good for them. So.
Yes.
So
I kind of just want to stab them the rest of the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Remember though, flurrying makes you less accurate.
It might make me.
What if they just wanted to
but
talk?
I can do 5 motions at one time.
What if they just wanted to talk and I just sent a bomb bird to them?
Literally section off groups.
That bird was bomb.
Skay.
That bird was bomb.
All right. What do you want to do?
I told you I wanted to attempt to flurry them with my guitar.
Okay. It's your martial arts plus your dexterity, and then subtract however many actions you're taking from the flurry.
Okay.
Can I wear my armor?
Dexterity and martial arts, so I've got 8.
You are wearing your armor.
Okay, cool.
What now?
I'm gonna start
Sorry.
with 2 so that I can keep 6 rolls.
Okay.
That way I can try to. Basically, I'm gonna try to punch both of them quickly. One
Okay.
each.
One's already knocked out.
Well,
We can worry about
You
them
only
later.
have.
well, true. Then I'll use my 2 flurries against the other one at the moment.
Okay.
And double jab it. So I need to roll. It's table damage and 6, right?
No, it's normal, and it's however many your martial arts is plus your dexterity minus 2.
That's 6.
Okay, so normal
So I got
roll.
4.
Okay, so the first one hits, and well, we don't know that it necessarily hits. Hold on, I have to.
You have
Freaking
to
hell.
see if my accuracy hits because this damn thing's rolling around and around.
Well, oh wait, no, you're right. He doesn't have a dodge value because of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hit with 4 extra. So what is your? It'd be 4 plus 2 plus your martial arts and your strength.
Martial arts and strength. That's 2 plus 5 is 7.
7.
Yep.
Okay. So you are using a guitar, right? Did I fill in your combat information with that?
I don't know, but I do have the book brought up. For the original
Okay.
guitar, not the other one, because their values are different depending on if you're hitting a living thing or an inanimate object.
No, the Slayer guitar has the same lethal or the same damage for
Okay.
punching a normal thing.
Okay.
An inanimate one is just adding an additional. Is just doubling all the damage that would be done for inanimate. So what? If you go to it, what does it say that the damage is? Is it plus 2?
Plus 2L.
Okay. So you would add plus 2 onto that, so you would have 9. Your essence is
3.
3. You always do a minimum of your essence value. So you would be rolling 3 dice to try and injure this thing.
Okay, is that table damage or?
Yes, because you're rolling damage.
Okay, so I need to roll 3 dice at least.
Yes.
I got 2.
All right. This one also passes out. You knock it senseless. It seems to be bleeding. some kind of goo. You're not really sure what it is, and
So basically,
it kind of looks like tree sap.
Okay. Can I describe it a little bit?
Sure.
Well, I told you I wanted to describe it after I found out if I hit or not. So I know one hit hits. Does the other one hit?
It doesn't matter. You just made this one pass out. Are you wanting to kill it?
I mean, I would like to try.
Okay, I'm trying. You're punching a defenseless thing, is what I'm telling you.
So it was trying to kill us.
All right. You don't know
We don't
that.
know
You don't know
their
that yet.
intentions, which is why I said this 14-year-old kid just threw a bomb bird at someone, and we don't even know if they were trying to like just warn us or something. Maybe we're heading in a bad direction.
They changed the forest around us to isolate us. I told you this.
Because they knew that they looked scary and they didn't want to frighten us.
These kinds of creatures specifically try to target groups of people and separate them off. I'm trying to not die.
Thank you for listening to me.
So you go. You go. The second attack is -1 from the last one, so you roll 5 dice to hit.
Okay.
You hit.
4. Okay.
Nice.
Do I roll 3 again to see what my damage is on that one?
So you're rolling that. It's the exact same damage as the last one.
Well, I got
No.
1 damage that time. So.
Well, so you guys see her punch this thing twice, really hard, and unlike its friend, which is currently just laying there smoldering slowly, this one, still smoldering, starts to essentially evaporate into it. Like you see it lose its color.
And
It
turn into
starts
a
breaking.
puddle.
It starts breaking down, and as if like mulch, it starts breaking apart and into different little pieces, and then the mulch sort of just evaporates into nothingness.
Guys, I'm
Well,
starting
that
to
one.
feel bad.
I pull my
What if
hand
they
back
just
and
wanted to
shake it a
talk to
little.
us?
I look at
So-
the little girl and I honestly roll my eyes and I'm like, really? I'm not taking that chance.
No chances.
No.
We
no
head
chance.
to the place we're going. Turns out they were trying to help us.
So, moving on to Amethyst. What does Amethyst want to do now?
There's still
That's
one
a good
passed out.
question. Amethyst sees that the other woodland spider is still burning, and remembers that the need fire is born from embers, and starts to cast the ritual to bind these embers together to create the elemental need fire.
Oh
What?
God.
I'm
Man,
sorry.
Need fire.
My dog was barking.
It's okay. It was just kind of funny that you're the one who had to go, what?
No, I didn't hear what he said because
know,
I have a.
I know, I understand. I was just making fun of you just a little bit.
Amethyst remembers. No, Amethyst notices that the other woodland spider is still on fire-ish and embering, and remembers that the elemental need fire is born from embers, and wishes to cast the summon elemental spell to bind these embers together to create the elemental need fire.
Okay.
And so I roll.
You do notice that there's still a fire in the canopy of this forest you're in.
Yeah, we're being roasted.
I know,
kinda.
but it's born from embers, and that thing's embering.
Here's the question. Do you want to steal some of the motes from the fire that is in the canopy to cast whatever it is that you're doing?
Does it extinguish that fire at the same time?
The one that's up there, yes.
I do wish to do that because I don't want to anger the forest god.
Okay.
So you
So,
care
do
about
I-
summoning demons, but you care about angering the forest god. Okay.
The
maybe we
forest
be
god
friends.
can just... It's the forest god.
Because said, maybe we can be friends. You have some respect for gods.
So I roll occult and intelligence. And
right, but
plus
there's a
whatever.
small problem. You're talking about one thing. You're talking about summoning an elemental, right?
Yeah.
How long does it take to summon an elemental?
It doesn't say.
It does say.
I'll go back to the thing and see.
Our battle music went away really quickly.
Oh.
It requires 4 hours of effort. Damn it!
I don't think we can stand in this fire for 4 hours.
Well, he can pull the stuff out of the. Sorry, I forgot to turn some of these things on repeat to continue. Bum, 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 bum. But now we're not really in battle anymore because things. You have time now because this thing.
Yeah.
But not 4 hours of time.
You
never know when it's gonna wake up.
Well, if he's taking the embers out of it, he's probably gonna end up killing it in the process to summon this elemental. Just like.
I mean,
no, I'm binding the embers together to create a need fire, but the need fire's wants and goals are to burn things, and so I was going to burn it, but that takes 4 hours, so I'm not going to burn it. Instead, I'm going to retract knives from my fingers and stab it.
So your intent is to just straight kill this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Go to straight kill this thing. It cannot defend itself.
Horse fighters.
What do I roll?
It would. What does it say in the spell?
It doesn't say anything.
Generally, should tell you in the spell.
It just says that it's knives. I'll go back to it.
Incomparable body armor. Character inflict. Red squad. Her barehanded martial arts attacks have a +1 accuracy, so it would be martial arts.
Oh. And my martial arts.
So it's dexterity plus martial arts +1.
So so 4.
Alright. You just need to be able to hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably almost.
I got 4.
Alright.
Oh!
Well,
4.
Holy buckets.
Holy these poor spider.
Okay. So didn't expect that. Alright, so it's gonna be strength it inflicts strength +6 lethal damage.
So strength for amethyst is 3. So 3 + 6, so 9.
Okay.
So roll 9.
And well, it has a natural soak, so it soaks 6 damage. So you were to roll 3. But because you're wielding something magical or an artifact, you always get your base essence, so you would get 4 to hit or to damage.
So roll 4.
Roll 4.
Submit.
You got 1.
I got 1.
Okay.
It's basically dead.
Well, yeah, it's already dead now
There we go.
because the 1 bashing damage got supplanted by the 1 lethal damage, and it was already pretty much right on the end of its ropes.
And it was burning from that
Yeah, it's not
aggravated
good.
damage.
It's not aggravated.
It was burning. I thought burning
It wasn't.
was aggravated.
It wasn't holy fire.
Oh, okay.
Holy grail.
These horse fighters.
Yeah.
Alright.
So that one's dead. Jack, your character Skay. She has this lovely circle on her forehead where there was nothing before, and you see a second spider form fall out of the trees, not quite where the fire was, and it starts to approach you, and it is the equivalent of kneeling down in front of you, as much as a spider can.
Okay.
And
So,
these hisses and clicks come out of this spider, and it has this dry voice that issues forth, and it says, "Pardon us, child of the sun.
Oh, he's doing voices.
We did not know it was you. You haven't been around forever.
Smeagol.
Pardon us and let us fix the path."
Bitches better fix the path.
Sky plays along and thanks them.
You even said Sky this time.
Oops, Sky.
Oh,
It's not my fault.
Officially Sky.
It's not Sky, that's so funny.
Hashtag not my fault.
I blame you.
I blame everyone. They've all been calling you Sky.
Oh,
I haven't called her Sky.
You just did.
No, I said I haven't done it though.
Amethyst just calls her child.
So do you wish to continue attacking the spider that now is trying to offer?
To fix her path.
Okay. Patho,
Yeah,
what do you want to do?
I'm gonna let him fix the path.
Okay.
And then
He
kill him.
thinks I'm some
No.
sun god. Let's go along with it.
And it sort of it starts chittering, and you see quite a bit of activity up in the trees, and it keeps looking worried at the fire that's currently engulfing the canopy.
Oh, I call Sarah back to us since there's no longer any immediate danger.
Okay.
I just remembered
she
was
is
hiding.
also looking quite concerned up at the roof.
Can she like do a water blast or something since she's a water elemental?
Just because you're a water elemental does not mean you have water powers.
Actually, I was gonna ask, can I use my performance and maybe pray to a water god and see if they can bring some rain?
This is the domain of a god of wood. There are no water.
I just
Like,
wanted
you're not
to ask
close
if
and-
I could. I mean, there
I'm
is a river.
just. Why are you
We're
getting
miles
so
away from the
damn?
So defensive.
I don't mean to be. It's just who I am.
I was like, shit. All I said
I
was
don't
no.
mean to be a bitch. It's just, you know.
Shut up, Manus!
True.
Anyway, there is a river nearby, which is the reason I was asking. Because we're not too far from the river, especially if they're fixing the path, so
You
I wonder
were-
if I could pray to the river god.
You were miles away from the river when.
Shush. I tried.
I'm not saying there's not a river god. I am saying that, hey Manus, you might have an ability that does something. You were
Let's just
willing
let
to
that
use it
be.
before.
Call the moat.
No.
No. Okay.
Hey,
Make
hey
the
Manus.
firebird thingy?
Manus. Manus.
Amethyst.
Sleepy Manu?
Amethyst. Amethyst died.
Oh no, Amethyst died. Rip Amethyst. Or one lady short.
I start looking around suspiciously because noticeably Amethyst has gone quiet. The nymph can't be found. I wonder if I'm going to walk across them.
We take a pause until.
Yeah, we need to wait a minute.
Question about the death obsidian butterflies.
Yes.
So they're just made out of obsidian. I can make it any color. Like it has to be that though.
It's volcanic
Like
glass.
the flame. Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay, they're
It's
black
not.
butterflies.
It's not flame. It's butterflies
okay.
made of glass.
Okay.
I have a
That's
question
cool.
from earlier.
Uh
I had said I wanted to summon my sword, but then we got off onto what Skay was doing.
huh.
Did that take or not?
Yeah. You don't.
Okay.
It doesn't take any time for you to do it. You just pull a. Yeah, I think he kicked out his.
Is Ethernet?
Yeah.
I just didn't know if anything had to be done for that.
No.
Okay.
You just you actually uncommit an essence to do it. Because normally to put something into elsewhere, you commit an essence to it, and it just goes away, and then when you want it to come back, it just bamps back to your hand.
Okay.
The book you sent Manus, is that only of the first circle? Demon something?
No,
Because I was
it
looking in there.
depends on which one you're talking about.
Demon of the second circle. And I was trying to find demons for that, but I couldn't find it.
There's demons in the book of, or the Roll of Divinity 2. Lord,
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
yeah, Roll of
didn't know
Divinity
where
2
they
should
were.
have it in there. It'll, like, all the demons are broken up by their circle.
I saw the first circle, I just don't know what second circle is.
But there's first, second, and third. In fact, I think it starts at third and works its way down.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Because, like, Ligier is the green sun, and he's a third circle demon.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Starts with the highest guys and works its way down, I believe.
Also, what does my armor do? Like, silken armor that you recommend?
It does. It gives you soak.
Because you were saying
Yours is already on. It's always on.
No, I meant because of my dream thing, I couldn't use it.
No, you can use that. That's the only armor you can use. That's why we chose it. Normal armor would inhibit your ability to do martial arts, but silken armor stops that from. It's essentially a silk shirt made from a special material that allows you to have the fluidity required to do martial arts. It's already factored in on your character sheet. What the hell happened to Manus?
He either disconnected or fell asleep. Fell asleep and disconnected.
Well, he was very actively talking a minute ago, so I don't think that's it.
Yep.
Didn't think so, but you never know.
Dylan is typing.
Oh, yay!
We don't know what Dylan is typing. It's a mystery. My laptop crashed.
Mm.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Yep. So, yes. That is entertainment.
Okay, well, on that note, may I take a quick potty break?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now that Manus has come back.
No, well, he's not back yet.
I mean, yeah, he just got back in.
Voice chat.
Hello.
Okay, well, fine then, I'll wait. I don't have to go.
You can go.
I don't have to go that bad. I was just gonna go
Okay.
while I was waiting, but we've been waiting so long.
I thought you said coffee break.
No, I said potty.
Oh, well, if you need to pee, go
Hashtag
pee.
tequila time.
Hashtag
Okay, so what happened while we were gone? I asked a question and then my laptop crashed.
Yeah, I don't
Asked a
remember
question?
exactly what question you asked.
It probably crashed before I was able to ask it. But I asked if I was able to draw in the fire and not cast a spell and just keep it for later.
Let me double check that.
Actually, I think you were talking to him about an ability that he might have to be able to use.
No, that's the one I was talking about, but I don't know if he can use it if he has to cast a spell or not. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Give me a second, Jack. You're gonna need to. Yeah, go ahead. Go to the bathroom. Jack, at some point, you're gonna have to choose a one of these shaping rituals as well. They give you free sorcerer motes, so they're good to have.
How do I find? What do you mean?
There's something I'm dragging out of 3rd edition, so we'll go through there, and like his two, one of them he's essentially part succubus, and the other one is has the ability to draw fire, and essentially eats fire to shape spells.
Okay.
Alright. Shaping rituals. Here we go. The Ifrit one. When sorcerers sleep. Nope. Which one's this? That's guarded by nightmares. No, that's not.
I hate when I
All
drop
right.
it and have to go find
You
it
have to
again.
take a shape sorcery action. So it would be it would mean you'd have to start trying to cast something. Pretty much anything you want, though.
True. Let me look at my spells.
And you can cancel out of it. So it would be like you were starting to cast a spell. Just pick something with a whole lot of motes and then just cancel out of it, essentially. So it's not something that you...
How big is this fire and how much would it give me?
Depends on what you're trying to cast.
While we wait, can I read the things that I need?
I might try and summon an elemental.
They're in the okay. Well, that'll take a little bit of time.
It's in the third book.
Yeah, it's in the 3rd edition book, and it starts on page 466 in the book, or 468, I believe.
Manus, did you link the third book? Because I only see the core one.
It's at the it's in the pinned messages. It's the very bottom one on the pinned messages. They're on they're pinned in this channel, the Exalted channel.
I got it.
All right, so it'll take you to a website, and then in the page numbers, it's 468.
68
is when it starts. The first one is called Bargain with Mara. It has to do with demons. The second one is Pact with an Ifrit Lord. It's one of the ones, and you can take 2, and it can be from any of these. The next one is Scarred by Nightmares.
Wait, hold on. That one sounds up my alley.
Well, it's sad, but yeah.
For what?
468 is the document page, or in the book it's 466.
A membership. Why the hell would I do that?
I don't know. You don't need one.
That's what they were saying. 468.
Yep. It says Shaping Rituals, and then below it is the first one that says Bargain with Mara. And each one of those has 3 different Shaping Rituals.
Bargain with...
The Ifrit Lord would be funny because you'd be casting your freaking raptor and then eating the flames to then power more spells.
That's cool. How many of these are there?
There's each section has 3. So there's the one for Mara. There's the Ifrit Lord. There's Scarred by Nightmares. Soul Perfecting Elixir, which is alchemical stuff. And then you found a talisman kind of deal. Is the last one, and each of those has 3. And you can choose them from different ones. You don't have to choose them all from the exact same.
How many?
Stop, Spike.
Totally wasn't.
You get 2. There are 3
Sorry,
each.
I was literally reading it.
You get 2 because you're a celestial level sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
Each time you go to a new tier, you get to pick a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of where you're getting your magic from. Did your parents summon an Ifrit that was teaching them? Essentially, where did the initial sorcery come from? And then how are you powering it up as you go? Someone made a deal with Mara and summoned an elemental. Manus.
Hello.
Hello. Because that's essentially what happened for you. Your boss, or the guy who was teaching you sorcery, would have helped you summon something so that you could initiate yourself into one of these circles.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one would have been your thirst for more power would have given you the ability to go to the next level. You can pick whichever one you wanted first. The elemental.
The burning name, that's cool.
The burning name is not a shaping ritual. It's a.
I know it's something right there, but I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's something you can get. It's just a trait, like a background. Or a merit, sorry.
Mm-hmm. 10,000 eyes, God. So the one that does the fire is the...
It's the Ifrit Lord.
So I'm picking that one, since I have...
well, there's 3 of them. One of them is, the very first one, which is whenever the sorcerer takes a shape sorcery action, she can draw an essence from fire around her. And that, like, a bonfire might die down to flames after taking, like, one or 2 things. Whereas if you're standing in the middle of a burning building, pretty much unlimited.
Can I ask a question?
What?
I don't see the...
You know these wood spiders? Are they trustworthy?
They will cover their own ass.
So they won't just turn around and attack us then?
I mean, there's someone who can pretty much guarantee that.
Who?
Probably the one who the spiders were bowing to.
No.
Is it the little girl?
No?
Is it...
The forest god?
So someone here is an eclipse cast, right?
Oh yeah, I can talk them down. Right?
No, you can bind them to under heavens. Like you can make an agreement.
I'm confused though with the Ifrit Lord. I don't see the options that you're talking about.
It says shaping rituals for like one paragraph under where it says pact with an Ifrit Lord.
Okay.
And then directly underneath it, it says whenever the sorcerer takes a shape sorcery act. That's one ritual. The next paragraph is a different one, and then the paragraph after that is another one. And so the bargain with Mara had 3, and that's above. That's above the Ifrit Lord one.
Ooh.
Our section. What?
I was just reading through the elementals, and I just found that I wouldn't have needed to summon Need Fire, because Need Fire spawn whenever a wood elemental dies from burning.
Yeah.
And those wood thingies burned to death, basically.
No,
they were on fire when they died.
Yes, but that's not why they died.
Okay.
Sorry, I screwed up your thing. I stabbed
you
too much.
Soul perfecting elixir counts as well as one of those, right?
Yes. That's another section. It's like the Ifrit Lord one. So there's 3 under that. Scarred by Nightmares was one of them, and then there's something about a talisman. Like you would have found something of power. Anyway, so no, there wouldn't have been fire thing showing up because they didn't burn to death.
No, it's fine.
But then you ask, like, you're like, how do we know we can trust you or whatever? Because you asked that question. And so, hey, person who can seal packs under heaven, would you like to do something?
Absolutely.
Oh, you think it's you?
Seal packs under heaven.
That's funny.
I mean, I could be.
You're not a diplomat of heaven, I'm sorry.
Okay,
but someone here might be.
Say diplomat of heaven.
I said someone who could seal packs under the eyes of heaven. That's usually a diplomat.
Okay, fine then. Shush.
You can set the dead to rest forever by burning their corpse.
Oh.
So you can make sure people.
I really want to flip you off right now, just for principle.
What? Read your damn abilities.
I know that, but still.
I need to go back and read mine again.
All right.
I've just found an elemental that's literally #me.
Oh, great. All right. So,
Vodenick also have an intimacy towards watching others suffer. That's
Great.
me.
So I'm
Okay.
talking to the spider guy.
yes.
You've already said
So-
you will fix the path. If we put out the fire, you promise not to do us any harm. You or yours. Is that
Yes.
satisfactory?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how to make the deal.
All right. So if you go to your cast page in the core book, it tells you all of your cast abilities, and those are under traits. It's the first things that show up under traits. So like Zenith casts, for instance, have the ability to, where did it go? Zenith cast is empowered by the light of the unconquered sun himself, blah, blah, blah. You can burn the bodies of fallen for 1 mode of essence per body, sending the smoke and soul to heaven and preventing the body from rising as a zombie. Or the lower soul as a hungry ghost. They're protected and from and can strike down demons and the undead and other creatures of darkness. As his action, Zenith Exalts can channel 10 motes through their anima. He glows with the holy fire of the unconquered sun and illuminates the area around him as brightly as if it were noon. The illumination, so you can create light. Bunches and bunches of light.
It's like blah, 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 information and
Anybody scared
well-
of the dark?
Hold on. Now, while he's doing that, he gains additional lethal and bashing soak equal to his essence against attacks of so you gain armor essentially from things that are creatures of darkness, zombies, demons, things like
Anything
that.
that Manus summons and we don't need to keep around.
That's not an element. If he summons it,
I'm
like
not
if
saying
the
an elemental, I'm
the
saying if he summons a
imp-
demon.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
you would have better dice against that. So that's your cool thing.
Okay, so Manus, I can put down your bad things if you get out of hand.
Right. Twilights.
bitch.
If after damage, okay, Twilights. This is 2 of you. If any damage has been rolled, or if after damage has been rolled, one of the Twilights, and you lose and you lose health levels, you may instead spend 5 motes of essence to strengthen your anima in an attempt to resist the attack. Subtract 1 health level of damage for every dot of essence you possess. So you guys have 4 essence dots, right? So you can spend 5 motes of essence to subtract 4 damage from yourself when you get punched in the face. This effect can turn an otherwise deadly blow or reduce a weak attack to harmlessness. This effect comes into play automatically once the solar spends 11 to 15 motes of peripheral essence. You don't have a choice after a certain point.
Do you still have to pay though?
Yeah, you still have to pay the 5.
Oh.
Anyway, anima effects for the Eclipse cast. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but essentially spend 10 motes of essence and a point of willpower, temporary willpower, to sanctify an oath. Those who break it will suffer terrible luck from their oath breaking, a number of times equal to the Exalt's essence at the time he witnesses or agrees to the oath. The Oathbreaker will horribly botch a critical action. When this happens is up to the storyteller, but it always at the worst possible moment. The Exalted needs not even be alive for the curse to take effect. Once it's sanctified, you got it. Heaven enforces it. It's nice. Oh, no, after you spend 11 to 15 motes of peripheral, those effects that I said are invoked. They're invoked without cost. But, yeah. Essentially, you spend 10 motes of essence and a point of willpower, and you can guarantee this thing won't backstab you.
Okay, gonna do that. I'm gonna shake his hand. Or
All right.
limb.
His leg.
His limb.
Yeah. It holds out a
easily
it
flammable
holds out a
limb.
root. It holds out a root leg to you, and agrees to not betray you and to whatever your terms were. I don't even remember at the moment.
She said she's gonna
We get
Put out
rid
the
of the
fire.
fire. They leave us
Oh,
the
yeah.
hell alone.
Him and his.
Oh, and
Not just
fix
pet.
the
Road.
forest past.
Mhm.
And not talk about his dead brethren.
That was not a term.
That was not a turn.
which means he can talk about his dead brethren if he wants to.
Yeah,
I think it was implied.
you could tell the forest god. You killed
Unless
one
it was explicitly said, I don't think it was implied.
Yeah, the implications don't work in deal making. Guild members should know this.
Yes.
Guild members and anyone who's dealing with anything that could insta-kill them should know this.
Insta-gibbed. Get insta-gibbed. Alright.
So I shake his hand and my anima burns brightly. Well,
Oh.
not
Is
his
it?
hand, but you know what I mean.
Just so you're aware, Trina, you'll want to read page 100 of the core book.
Yeah,
as
I'm working on
gives
it.
you all of that. Because there's some really cool shit in there for you.
Yeah, I pulled it up and I was reading it, and then I realized you were saying it too, so I'm like, oh, I should probably listen.
Whoops. Sorry.
Because I thought you were
Alright.
still on whatever the other.
So the deal struck your forehead. You would lose 10 motes of essence from your personal, and it's just that I would do it from your personal, and then 1 willpower. You don't take the dots off of the willpower. You just put a little like check mark underneath it.
Okay.
And you'll roll to regain that when you sleep. It's
Okay.
pretty much guaranteed to come back at this early in the game.
Okay. I don't know anything about the motes of essence. Well.
Your essence is on, or your motes of essence are on your combat page.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I would recommend taking it from your person.
Yeah. So do I actually take it out?
Yes, you have to take it out.
Okay.
Your cast mark briefly flares, and everybody is well aware that the terms of the agreement you just spoke, it does not feel optional after the little head
Basically, none of
glowy.
us got a choice.
Yeah, you promised to take down the fire. So
We must.
hey, you want to take down the fire?
Amethyst, please.
Manus, you're muted.
I take down the fire.
Okay. So the way you would do this, as far as like if you had to do it in combat or something like that, you would start a sorcery action to try and cast something, and then you can cancel out of doing it. But by that point, you would have already taken the motes. You'd lose the most of essence, but it would still dim the light. So whatever you're trying to do, this has not gotten so far out of hand that it has become a eternal font of sorcery motes for you. Do you want to do anything with them, or do you want to just let them drift off into the ether?
Just let them drift off, because
Okay.
I can't hold them. So how many would this be?
This particular one probably would have been sitting at about 15 extra sorcery motes.
Oh, I use the fire to cast
You son of a bitch.
Disguise
ask
of the
that
New
question.
Face.
I don't know what that is.
It makes me turn into another person.
Why do you want to turn into another person?
Because
Look at
currently
his
I'm made
damn
of
mirror.
metal.
Oh. Well, you'd still be made of metal. You would just have a different face.
How long does Disguise of the New Face actually last? Because if we're going to a town and I've got the wanted flaw, Disguise as a new face would be really useful.
You're wanted, but not here. You have a
Still
very
wanted.
low level of wanted. Yeah, look, it's
So we might run across some.
this
random
isn't the
cop.
information age, man. It's not getting around unless you're like, there's like regional levels of wanted. There's town levels of wanted.
Okay, fine.
How many extra
Why-
points of wanted did you get, or
One.
did you take? Yeah, you're
Fine, I
wanted
start
in
to
the town
cast
you came
Disguise as a
from.
new face to use up the
So it's
15
like
motes
Skyrim.
and then cancel it
Okay,
to get rid of the fire.
got it.
The wanted level works like Skyrim.
Sure.
No. If you go kill someone in White Guard, then go all the way to Dawnstar and talk to a guard, they'll be like, "Stop! You violated the law." I know that's from.
I haven't had that
but
issue.
Still,
I think it depends on what but that's not the point. The point is, at 1-star level, you're wanted in the immediate vicinity of the town you came from on the Blessed Isle. So you are not even in the same polar region. So you're fine.
okay, then I'll just keep it how it is then and cancel the disguise face.
Okay. So you see Amethyst start trying to shape a spell again, and you see embers start leaching from the fire in the trees until more and more of the flame is being just like banked as you're watching, and then it just dribbles down into coals and then just keeps funneling down into this sorcerer's working. And then you see Amethyst stop casting the spell as soon as all the fire is gone. And your end of the bargain is fulfilled. As that happens, you see the wood spider climb up into the trees, and it's really weird watching trees rearrange themselves.
How didn't we notice before?
Hey, something
There's
really
sort of-
funny. Sorry, I was reading
What?
through my cast abilities, and something really funny that Manus might get really mad at. He might hate me all he wants to, but I'm actually protected by the gods from his demons. Like, straight
Yeah,
up, it says there,
I
"Break it
said
down."
that.
I know, but
It
I'm-
doesn't mean you can't get hurt by them.
I know, but
What does
I
it mean
can break them
then?
down and everything else.
It means you get extra armor and stuff against them.
Oh, okay. So I could still rip out your soul.
Why are
Yeah,
we talking about that?
because
I was
Lady
reading
brought it
through
up
it.
in the middle of me talking.
I apologize.
You're really bad at that.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Look, you point it out until somebody stops doing something. That's how it works. You don't have to mute.
She mute, really.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, of all the solars that are the most protected, it depends on what's happening. If you're talking about travel, it's the eclipse, and if you're talking about like the undead and the creatures of darkness, then it's the zenith. But anywho,
If you're talking about
yes.
magic, it's Twilight.
But not only did they're setting, you can see this, like if you were walking, it would be harder to see it, especially if they were doing it a few trees back, but you're literally seeing it happen directly in you, like in front of you. And not only is the path, which was kind of winding through the forest, it's now dead straight. Like they're trying to get you out of here as fast as you can possibly get out of there.
It's amazing.
So, at this point, what do you guys want to do?
Follow the path and get rid of
I
the
think we're gonna
spider.
follow the path, yeah.
Just keep
Wait, what?
walking.
Let's
Did you
go
say
to
get
the
rid of
river.
Thank you,
Yeah,
spiders.
let's try to find the
Goodbye.
river.
Wait, do you
Thank
want to
you.
stay on the path that they just made, or do you want to go over to the river, which is still winding?
Well, I mean,
Um,
are they making the path straight back to the next town, or are we still supposed to be quote-unquote following the river that literally leads directly to that town?
Technically, we don't know where they made the path. They just know it's out of the forest.
Well, no, they wanted them to reset the path. The terms of the contract were
Well, they
It's a
reset
reset
the path
path.
back to the way
So
it's supposed
if
to
we
go. So
follow
it
the
should be
path,
by
then it'll be at the river.
Anyway.
let Matt talk.
I'll let you guys converse if you want to converse.
Are we right or wrong?
Wait, what's the terms?
The terms were that they set the path right, and they know where the path was supposed to go to.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make it so that it gets you out of the forest in the direction that you're supposed to be going as fast as possible.
We follow the path.
Because if you think they're interpreting the terms as best as they can to get it on their best terms. And the word right can be taken to mean a straight line.
So do you guys want to follow the path or just
Yes.
go by the river?
Follow the path.
Mhm.
What about you? How do you pronounce
Patho.
yours again?
Patho.
Sorry, my sister was bothering me. I missed all of that.
Okay, let's just go with follow the path.
I
we're
originally
trying
said
to
follow the path. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My sister came in and would not stop talking about her potential pap smear.
Great.
Amazing.
So
That
I could
sounds
not hear
comfortable.
anything you guys said.
Notification world. Trina's sister has a pap smear upcoming.
Yep.
Joy.
Actually, tomorrow.
Good to know. Thank
We follow the path.
Thank you, YouTube.
You are welcome, YouTube.
So, you follow the path out.
Finally.
Do you want to stay in the forest during the night, or do you want to keep walking?
I don't know, guys. What
I don't
do you think?
particularly want to walk at night.
Well, rest again we shall.
We're gonna take a rest.
Is Amethyst going to summon another one of those things?
I was
To
actually planning
construct her
on
town.
it, but no.
That's
How about
fine.
Amethyst,
Co
you
needs
cook
to
tonight?
eat as well.
How about you cook tonight and I'll just set up the tent by myself in like 10 minutes? not be
Skason's
Actually, tonight would be a good time to try and summon something.
Oh god.
Skason's
Why?
Because it takes 4 hours.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
always takes 4 hours.
Exactly.
And there's a certain time frame usually, like with the different demons, you have to do it at different times.
Oh no, not a demon, an elemental.
Okay, well, you got to be more specific.
Well, demons take
Skase.
12 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and I said 4 hours.
Okay.
He means which elemental, you brat.
You aren't incorrect. It's
I'm
cool.
still searching.
Skason's co
Elementals and wood.
Question: how do I learn how to do the elementals for Manus?
You watch him.
If I wanted to. Which,
When you have the experience to purchase another spell, you will say, I want to learn this, and I'll say how, and you'll say, I think it's on Dylan's list. Amethyst could have taught me.
But
The end.
Amethyst isn't a teacher. She doesn't like people.
So,
I can learn
Especially
things
children.
still.
Sky could watch by observing.
Gay.
Skate, sorry,
Okay.
Skate.
Skate is observing you. Okay, it's fine. You'll be good.
I mean, heck, she's a
You won't get
tiny little
annoyed by
child.
this
She won't
child.
even notice she's there. She
I
could
mean,
just
you'll
be
know
peeking
the
behind a
co,
tree.
but I mean,
Like. Alright, so.
I'm watching you as you do the elemental thing
what
right
are
now.
you? Yeah. It's a thing. But
I
that's-
wish to summon an artisan.
what artisan?
It's a wood elemental called an artisan. It's an expressive human-like sculpture with long limbs
Okay.
and 7 jointed fingers.
Why do you need this following you?
Because it can carve itself into different shapes, which
Sounds sadistic.
changes it.
What you're telling me is you want this thing to make itself into a house, don't you?
No, I want it. become a guard. It's not big enough for a house. It's human-like.
Okay. So it can shape itself into what are you saying?
It can craft. It can.
But how long does it last?
It's an elemental. It lasts for a month and a day, or until if he can make an agreement with it.
Its motivation is to find beautiful traits to carve into itself.
Okay.
So, I wish for it to summon an artisan, and once it's been summoned, I'll think of what to carve it into to make it a guard.
To make it a guard?
Yeah. Because
Okay,
you can depend on the thing you give it, depends on what traits it gains. So like I could say, carve yourself to have this, and I'll be like, cool, now I'm 50% more agile or something like that.
Okay, but are you trying to bind it, or are you trying to get it to stick with you?
Stick with me.
Okay.
I promise it that I will find not million, I'll find it many beautiful traits to learn to carve into its own body. Because that's its motivation, to just find beautiful things to carve itself.
Yeah. Question, if I wanted to summon... Finish.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
If I wanted to summon Lucian, the Guardian of Sleep, how long would that take?
I don't know. What is it?
It's on page 64 in the thing. I don't...
What
a demon
thing?
or an elemental?
To prevent lessers from defying or...
Demon or elemental?
Oh, my bad, demon. I didn't hear
It
you.
take 12 hours.
12 hours?
Is it a demon of the first, second, or third circle?
Second.
Second?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I keep trying to say this, but just because you summon it doesn't mean it's going to do what you want, and it'll try to kill you.
If you don't bind it properly.
Yeah, you got to bind it properly. You don't just get it.
Also,
How do you bind?
Doing that, please have me around just in case it goes poorly, so I can bind and kill it, or at least have a better chance.
How do you bind it?
Once the demon is summoned, sorcerer and demon engage in a contest of wills. This is represented by an extended opposed roll. Make one reflexively for each on each of the sorcerer's actions. The dice pool is equal to your essence plus your willpower, and the demon has a... Wait, I heard a bloop. No?
Bloop?
I don't know. Nothing. This is okay, so it's essence plus willpower from both of the things, like you and them. You can spend extra essence in order to try and...
I heard a bloop this time too.
Yeah. Thanks. Anyway, the sorcerer. Yeah. So as soon as one of you accumulates three more successes than the other, either the demon's bound, or it breaks free and tries to kill you. You then have a chance to send it back to Malpheus. If that fails, it attempts to kill you.
Fun.
And second level demons have quite a bit more willpower and essence than those pansies in the third level.
First.
Oh, first? Is it first?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, first circle. Sorry. And the third are basically their own gods. So I mean, you can try. You can certainly try. That's all I'm saying.
Just ask hashtag mom lady so she can keep an eye just in case.
Lady, can I summon a demon?
As long as I'm there to put it down if it misbehaves.
It'll be a second circle demon. You won't be able to just put it down.
No, but I
We'll
have
fight
better
it.
chances
We'll
than
have
you
a
do.
better chance.
If you fail your willpower roll against it, I have a better chance of killing it than you do.
What page was the dreamer thing on?
64.
Of the Divinity
Demon.
2?
Yeah.
Glorious rollers. Shut up, Spike.
Oh, that's my favourite spell. The shut up spike.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
great.
good
Goes through their mouth and keeps them from speaking.
I know,
A
right?
metal spike.
I was thinking
Oh,
ice.
Jesus. 41.
Add this to the game. Go.
Do you know what
The shut
page
up
it was on?
64.
64.
Zulane.
Sorry.
You probably don't get that reference.
I
didn't
didn't
hear
hear it. What did you say?
I said Zulane after you said 64, then 64, then 64.
No, I didn't get it.
Because there's a children's show that starts 64, 64, 64 Zulane,
Mm.
and it's basically about this girl that lives right next to a zoo, and like
That
she
sounds
talks
like
to the
Sesame
animals.
Street, when people are asking you,
What's it called?
don't you know the address?
Can you tell me how to get?
Or, yeah, there you go. Tell me how to get to Sesame Street.
Okay.
I've never even seen it. And
I
I know
mean-
it, so like that's embarrassing for you.
I don't
Um,
watch it.
so-
I'm a grown, functioning adult.
So
Night of a new moon or during calibration. Okay, so you can't cast a demon of a second circle because it is not a new moon.
Okay.
It has to be done during calibration or during a new moon.
Okay. Do we have any
Um,
food left?
I mean,
Well,
you
I
haven't
mean-
we
really
still have a
eaten-
lot of fish.
No, what? You ate all the fish last night.
You said that Sarah came back with a bounty of fish. We didn't eat a
With
bounty
an-
of fish.
with enough fish for all of you.
We have
You
an
said
Abrams
bounty.
tank. We have an Abrams tank walking with us. She might eat a lot more than you think. She's
Jesus.
super armored. No offense,
But-
Trina.
What I intended to say was there was enough fish for everyone. That's a
Well, I'm
bounty.
going with what you did say. And you
Yes,
said
you
there was a
can't
lot
Saying
of
that-
fish.
that's a bounty.
Plus, there's plenty of animals out here to kill and eat.
Yeah.
If anybody had thought about it, we
Oh,
could have
look,
had
a
spider
tiger
legs. Hey.
Probably
Yeah.
some.
No, don't you mix up
They
the
were-
lion and the lion, horse, and the tiger.
Well, my horse is already gone. Went out to go kill an innocent person and eat it. So.
Again,
Wow.
Person?
Maya.
Excuse you?
I quickly rushed Trina or rushed Peto away from Skay before she can truly hear what was said.
Skay didn't say that. I said that
Anyway, let's
as a
continue.
joke.
That would not be something that Skay said.
Yeah.
I'm just an innocent little kawaii girl. Sailor Skay.
Sailors.
Alright. So, no, you didn't eat any of the food that was sent with you, so you have plenty of food.
Okay.
There was enough fish to eat fish. If somebody wants to try and hunt, it is survival, and it'd be wits survival.
Also, don't run into.
I mean, I can certainly try, but
I don't want to go searching.
Okay.
That would only
I
be
don't like
three.
search.
Anyway, I'm going to summon a server, not a server, thingy, so they can all do their thing.
Out of curiosity.
Roll the summon.
Hey, I rolled to go hunt. I got 4.
Okay. You come back with some like rabbit.
Okay. I'll make a rabbit stew then. What is it
Okay.
to roll to cook again?
It is survival dexterity. Stop running into me, dogs.
I got 3 for that one, so that one's actually pretty damn good.
Okay. Good
Hey,
food.
Brandon.
I guess I cook rabbit better than fish.
Yeah. And you're good at stewing things. It's a northern trait.
I know, right? That's why I
Oh.
keep saying I'm making stews.
Okay.
Well, while I'm still
Anyone
metal,
want the 14
in fact, no, I won't be metal anymore, actually,
No,
because time
you will
will
not.
have passed.
Yes.
Okay. I find a stick on the ground and use it to draw a large circle on the ground.
Okay.
I then place my hands in the circle and start chanting the incantation to summon the artisan.
Okay.
I'll go set up the tent.
I roll 10 dice.
Yep.
And get 4.
Okay.
Okay. 10 dice again. Okay, I summon the artisan.
At least it wasn't
Okay.
6.
So it still takes 4 hours because the way it works.
Yeah, I
is
know,
you-
it's just I've got the thing.
Yeah.
Rude, you're
Your
not.
call goes.
While they're all cooking and building, I'll be summoning.
What were you saying,
useful?
Jack?
Hmm?
You said something.
Oh, I said, at least he didn't get 6, which proves he's the devil.
Yes.
I mean,
sure.
it proves he's not the devil.
Yeah. Whatever. Something.
See, and
One way or
yet-
the other.
Something like that.
All right. So you summon it. The binding is not in place, so you are here to barter with it.
Artisan, I summon you, for I require your assistance in my adventures. I am a solar exalted by the name of, I was going to say Twilight, but no, that's my cast, by the name of Amethyst Shadowbane.
I know who you are. I heard the call. What do you want?
They're meant to be beautiful. You're saying it like it's a bitch.
It's a
actually.
freaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's made out of wood, so it's not gonna have like a mute. Anyway, what do you want?
I ask for your service as a guard, and in return I promise you.
I promise
Promise you
I'm thinking-
silence.
I promise you.
Nothing.
I promise you that along these adventures you will find many beautiful forms to carve yourself into.
How can you make that promise?
Bitch, I'm solar. We have like a lot of like enemies, and
Okay, so
I'm
here's
not
how
going to
this
say
is.
that.
No, you already said it.
No.
Oops.
Oh, but you got to retract your fish thing.
What? I didn't retract it. You misinterpreted my words.
You said a bounty.
A bounty is a
Means
bunch of
enough for
fish,
two
and
per
considering you had a crow, a tiger, and that's several fish. That's a bounty.
Yeah, plus Briar's gonna eat all the raw leftovers, dude.
And now he's muted.
I'm also eating. I have tuna foods.
Okay. I would like you. Okay, so. Yeah. All right, so I'm giving you this opportunity because we're in those moments you don't get to retract it usually. So tell me what you actually say to this thing instead of "bitch, I'm a solar."
Bitch, I'm a solar.
Use your words wisely.
There are many creatures in this world, and I can assure you that we will come across quite a few.
Do you know where you go?
Currently, we're heading to the south, to the town of.
NPC guy, please have it.
Where are we headed?
This is what notes are for.
You didn't write it down? Are we allowed to tell him?
Well,
You
Yeah.
can tell him.
I don't remember.
The
Sham.
I don't know how to say it. Shazan? S-J-A-N.
Jean?
S-I-J-A-N.
Oh, it's an I.
Sijan.
It's
Yes.
dark, I can't read it.
To the town of Sijan.
Mm-hmm. And there's a moment of thought, and then it says, "How far south?"
Where are we at the moment?
You're pretty far north, but
We're
how
at the
far
red dot.
south? No,
That's where we were when we started.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've been
So-
going towards the John from that point.
Not
So-
long now. A few days travel at most.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a mild amount of you can hear discomfort in the voice, as
Mhm.
if it's not necessarily sure, but it's been a long time since Solars were around, and last time they were about, there were great things of beauty, so
Are you giving it to me? I wasn't expecting this.
I
was
need you
expecting
to
be a
make,
dick.
I need, either are you trying to manipulate it or trying to be charismatic about this?
Let me check which skill's higher.
God damn it.
I know that I've got 3 manipulation. Oh, manipulate, because I've only got 1 charisma.
Alright.
Oh, wow.
So that's why Solar Bitches sounds about right for Amethyst. I'll give you an attempt because your argument was valid enough for them. I need you to make a. It would be manipulation. I'll give you either presence or socialize.
Skay sits back, tries to learn from
From
Amethyst.
his mistakes. Go on,
There are
damn
no
dog.
his
I'm
mistakes, my friend.
I have
Bitch,
neither
I'm
socialize
sold.
nor presence.
Good job.
So
Skay
I'll
takes
roll
notes.
3.
Bitch, oh,
If only
Well,
I could
when you're
give you
make-
my 5 social.
No, he's got to make or she's got to make her own deals when it comes to these things. What page was this thing on, by the way?
Now you ask.
one.
I don't
which
need to.
which thing? The artisan.
Artisan.
Yeah.
134 or 135 in the PDF.
Okay.
Which PDF are you using?
Artist.
In the elementals PDF.
Oh, I don't have that.
For it is an elemental.
Are you sure?
All right.
Give me a minute. I have to do something. I'll be right back.
Sorry, just trying to find something here. So you got one. It gets to go. It is. Taggart. Oh, we shall see. It comes down to the roll. It does not accept your offer and proceeds to dematerialize back into the ether.
No, yeah, Jack. Yep, Jack's
Oh.
back.
Okay.
Skay learned nothing from this because I failed.
No, she learned you need to be a better deal maker.
Yeah, I'm learning from your mistakes.
It was a valid thing though.
I mean, it was, but it still doesn't necessarily want to just follow you around, man. Plus, you said that you were going to the city of the dead, so
Hey, there's some beautiful things in death.
yeah,
But
but
some like goth somewhere, but like
it's made of wood and it doesn't see it that way.
True.
It is about life and
I should have offered it.
And
I should have
growing.
told them we have a beautiful tiger.
Wow.
and a
Dang it, now
beautiful
it's echoing.
lavender thing.
Beautiful lavender demon horse thing. But
Yeah.
it's not actually a demon.
Good thing I don't have any familiars to offer up. Jeez.
hmm Well, it just would copy it. It wouldn't actually like kill it.
Is this echoing for you guys?
Not now.
It was,
I
but it's
had to
not
take
now.
a call. I had to take a call and it made it worse and it made it echoey.
Weird.
And now I don't know how to get it back.
Seems to be fine. Now. Anyway. Well, Manus, is there anything else you want to do with the remaining, 4 hours of your night?
That took so long.
FYI,
It did
after
take
I
so long.
cooked and ate, my ass went to bed.
Yeah.
Well,
And I took my armor off and went to bed.
Okay.
Ko
I
came
ate some
back
of the stew
and
that
I
was
fell
left for
asleep
me, and I
laying
go
on
to bed.
Ko.
You eat cold rabbit stew.
Well, it's still on the fire, is it not? Keeping it warm.
After, yeah, I ate and fell asleep on Ko.
Okay. All right. Night passes.
You
You're
need to
not
roll for
murdered.
willpower.
Yeah. Where's that? Crap. Regaining willpower. It's right there with regaining essence.
Do I get to do that too?
Anyone who spent willpower.
Which I didn't, so.
I did.
And your essence would be... Everybody who spent essence in the previous thing would get it back, except for whatever they have committed.
Okay, so I'll get 18 back. Oops. I mean, not 18. It will go back to 18, right?
Yeah.
I actually don't know what I'd get back because you said the committed part.
Your personal would go back to full, and then you would subtract the committed from your peripheral.
Committed?
Committed,
should have-
for her sword and for her armor because she can summon her sword at will. And when
Right, and each of you have silk armor, and that requires 2 in commitment.
I'm not sure how many I should add back then.
Everything except for 2.
Okay.
So we've made a little bit of progress so far.
Mm-hmm.
In the
You make it
3.5
out
hours
of
we've
the
been
next day. You make it out of the forest. You know you're not too far. By the way, there's been several days of just walking through the forest. You're not really sure how long it's really been. It would have taken you a while to actually get from where you were to where Sijan is. What is willpower? I'm working on it.
Okay.
Recovering. It's on page 89 or 115. 89 or 150. Gaining willpower using motivation. That is not it. So staying true to your character can also get you back certain things. So recovering willpower. Each morning when you wake up, the player rolls his conviction trait. For each success the player rolls, you regain 1 point of temporary willpower.
So I roll 2.
Yep. You get 1 point back.
Think of
Cool.
what you
That's all I
spent, so.
lost.
I know.
That's not...
Alright, so where you at?
Oh, I see committed.
Yeah. It should be directly underneath your different...
Yeah, I didn't see it
pools.
before until just now.
So, Ike, you gotta stop being right there, buddy. Once you finally exit the forest, because like I said, it's gonna take like a week of total travel. You know you come out to a plain that's not too far away from where the city is. When darkness starts to fall, you can see lights on the horizon. Like you can see the city. Do you want to camp out or do you want to head towards said city?
Head towards it.
I don't know.
That's
Are you
what-
guys 100% sure about heading towards it in the middle of the night when nobody there knows us and we're coming with a large purple lion horse, a tiger, and we kind of look like a ragtag bunch of ruffians?
Do I still have
Well,
that
I mean,
thing?
Amethyst looks
Long
great.
neck?
They'll sigh.
Huh? I didn't
Do I
say.
still...
Someone did, and it sounded like you.
I think
Do I
it
still
might
have
be me.
the... Do I still have the thing in my, on my head?
No, that goes away relatively quickly. It generally takes about an hour for your stuff to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the level.
Lady, did you go with the flaw that keeps your mark on your head?
No.
No,
Okay.
No,
that would
I
have
ended
been
up going
really
with the
bad.
white pale skin, the scarlet fire red hair, and the prophetic Tourette's.
Right.
Okay, so what are we going
You haven't
to do?
yet had your prophetic
I
Tourette's.
know.
It doesn't have to happen every time.
I know. I think
And it's always bad stuff. Do we really want it?
I mean, it could be fun for messing with Amethyst. It could just be like one of her demons are gonna like smack her in the face or something.
A fish from the river jumps and smacks her in the face.
And so, the hero was laid low by a fish.
Is that going to be a new joke now?
Fishy around here.
Smack!
Don't talk about Sarah like that.
Ouch. Wow.
Is this going to be a new joke?
Great.
So, guys, are we camping out or are we going to go forward?
Personally, I say camp for one more night, and then we can go in the morning when people can actually truly see us, and we're not going to be shot on sight.
Did we rest up from Amethyst trying to summon her demon?
I mean, that was a couple days ago, and it was in the
Yeah,
hospital.
it's been several days at this point.
Wow. We've been walking for several days.
Well, you've been riding most of the time.
Well, yeah, true. Most of it, not all the time. You give Ko a break.
Yeah.
What? You're a little waif of a thing. You don't weigh anything. I could probably throw you over my shoulder. Oh wait, I know I could. I can lift 350 pounds.
Oh yeah, you definitely can pick her up. I say we camp
Mm-hmm.
and then head there.
Do we have a consensus?
No.
We have 2 for
because-
camping and 1 for going to the city. What about you?
I mean, Lady makes a valid point, so I guess we should camp.
Okay.
Looks like we're camping, I guess.
I mean, it's a bunch of priests, but still.
They could still have archers on those walls
Uh-huh.
protecting themselves at night. So, I don't feel like taking an arrow to the knee today.
You don't want to get married?
No. I do the burying. I don't get buried. I hope.
Okay.
You don't bury, you cremate.
What do you want to do tonight?
Tonight? Guys, do we want another hot meal tonight?
You're on the plains, and we're talking like the Wyoming plains, not the, not.
Well, can you place us where
Kansas.
we are? Because we're still near a river. Because
Yeah, there's still a river. If you want to go for fish, you're pretty close.
Plus, I
Like
mean, his nymph
you're
can just get
essentially
us fish.
across the river. Yeah.
His nymph can get us plenty of fish. We can have some fish stew,
Pre-
and I can try to make it better today.
Can I send
essentially
Ko
just-
away from the place that we're headed so he doesn't
Yeah.
kill anyone in there?
He tends to not want to be around people anyway. He makes exceptions for you and your friends.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
I mean, meat bags are meat bags, so it's
Okay, well, I send him away
So
From
I got
the tower
6
in a different
successes with my
direction.
fish today.
for him to return in the morning. Or when it's
okay.
done.
This is the best fish anyone has ever tasted.
Oh wow, sick.
Holy
Nice
shit.
job.
Ever.
That's really good.
Ever.
Nom, 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 nom.
Ever. She's the greatest fish cook in the world. Maybe save some, give it to the townsfolk. They'll like us.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if I can.
Wait, never mind. We're going to the
the
town of the dead, aren't we?
You are going to the town of a bunch of dead people.
Oh, screw them.
They're not having
They're
our
all
fish.
dead.
They're undead.
No, they're not
Yeah.
undead.
They're dead.
There,
Oh.
there.
It's a graveyard, basically.
It's a giant graveyard. What the?
Damn it.
Like I said,
I'm okay with this.
What happened?
I'm okay with this.
I don't know what happened.
What happened? I'm scared.
She tweeted it. She texted him something. I said tweeted.
Oh. Wait.
I don't get it.
Did you finally get
In
it?
Discord.
Oh.
Anyway.
She said, as a crow, I'd like to shit on Manus's head, please.
She's
Not
the
a-
crow.
Not on Amethyst's head, on Manus's head. So it's
Yes.
it's really okay. I'm okay with this.
You're no Among Us. Yes, I am. God damn it.
Oh, I love it.
How dare you assume my identity?
Wow.
Yeah, Manus. Oh,
You are no longer the Tuknar. Yes, I am.
I
God
do
damn it.
declare.
Nope. How dare you assume my identity? I don't assume. I declare. Well, I declare.
I do declare.
Amazing.
You do think she's the crow, so.
So I'm hoping we can wrap up this night soon.
Yes, I'm trying.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
And when
you
you
get off
s-
at
wait-
10, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. Corinne
Wow.
is just a random ass girl.
Yeah. Anyway, you start heading towards the city. You have to cross a river. You guys took the night to yourself again and had really good food. Wake up in the morning, head towards the city. There's a plane that you have to cross to get to the actual opening of said city because you didn't come by boat. And while you're walking that way, so you you cross a little bit down this direction and then have to come back up, essentially based off of where the bridge is. And when you're crossing, I need perception awareness rolls from everyone.
Hold on. Perception and awareness again?
Yes, perception and awareness.
I got 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a 6.
I got 0. I botched.
Quadruple.
How many did I get?
Wait, no, you don't. Wait, what do you mean you got 0?
I
You
got
botched.
botch,
I got
botch,
1.
and 2 zeros.
Oh. Got it. Yeah, you botched.
I
got 1.
I super botched. I fall face first in the damn water.
Manus, perception
Yes.
awareness.
Perception awareness. Perception. Free awareness. Two, so 5.
Okay, roll it.
Ooh.
You epically failed too.
I botched.
Okay, I need dexterity, dexterity athletics for you guys. That botched.
You said
So not me?
dexterity athletics?
No.
Dexterity
4.
athletics.
Sweet. I
So
get to
just
roll 5
Lady
this
and
time.
Dylan.
I got 3 successes.
Great.
So I
You
didn't
keep.
fuck up so bad.
Yeah, you know, you're walking, you cross the bridge. As you're getting across the bridge, you're about to take a nice big step and manage to dodge the giant mud puddle that happens to be in your way. Congrats.
Thanks.
Dylan had a 1.
Yeah, he managed to. It's
Okay.
nothing insane.
We jump across this big puddle.
And that's what you're worried about momentarily. Jack, you notice that Ko is currently staring intently across the plains, but you don't really notice anything. Patho, you think you hear a like the sound of a child having entirely too much fun. It's that creepy child giggle.
Frick.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Yeah.
Anyone else hear the creepy ass giggling?
Yeah,
Do
creepy.
not.
Hey,
Please.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That was incredibly creepy.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Nightmares.
Anyway.
Nightmares.
Except slightly more childish, even. Okay, that's enough. We don't need it.
Anyone else hear that creepy ass giggling?
No one else heard it. They're too worried about trying to not faceplant into some mud.
I don't
That's
hear.
also me announcing that I hear this.
Yeah.
I don't hear or see anything.
No, but
Ko.
Ko is kind of
Alerting.
pointedly looking in a direction along the plains. But at about that time, you're up to the gates of Sijan.
Well, Ko doesn't think this place is okay. I don't actually hear anything or see anything, but
Well,
This
there's
place-
creepy ass giggling somewhere, guys.
Yeah.
Could I tell like the direction it was coming from, or was it
This
kind
is
of like
cool.
an omnipresent giggling?
What is cool?
The picture and the
image.
music.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! I can't even hear the music.
Matt, question.
What?
The giggling, could I like tell kind of where it was coming from, or was it like an omni?
You're
Present
guessing it's coming from the direction that the Simhata was looking.
Okay. Lost my pen. There it is.
Okay, guys, you made it to the city. I think this is a decent place to stop. If someone had to go, because I think someone said they had to go.
Yeah, here in like 9 minutes, she's gotta go to bed.
Okay,
I'm tired.
So,
it's okay.
I'm sorry, I work mornings.
It's
I'm
fine.
lucky I don't have to work in the morning, but
If anyone has the want or ability to do this again before our next scheduled one, just let me know. I don't have anything really going on
When
because
is the next
school
time
ended
we're
until
doing
next semester.
next weekend or next week on Tuesday, same time, same place.
Same-
I'd definitely
same-
like to do it again sooner.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Can we do it sooner?
Possibly
Or
Saturday
no
morning.
time.
That's the next available day I can. Well, no, I can. Well, I can do it Saturday morning till 1 p.m. my time. Then I have to.
Same
get on
here.
the road.
Well, I am. Saturdays are not good for me because
Okay.
that's Robin's only day off.
That's the only day that I can do
Fridays?
anything.
How's everyone's Fridays?
I have to work all day.
What time do you get off?
Like 10 or 11 at night.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
work all day. I go in at 10:30 in the morning and I don't get off till like 10:30.
What's
at night.
everybody doing tomorrow?
I'm not allowed
I
to
have to
the
take my
computer
sister to
after
doctor
6
appointment.
p.m. tomorrow because my boyfriend
I work
has
at
been
10.
on it.
Okay.
I had to make a
I
deal.
don't work.
so
I get off
today.
work at 10.
No,
What about
fine.
Thursday?
I have to work
Late again?
next week. Well, I get off at 9 normally. Next week though, I should actually have an easier schedule because I'm supposed to be going back into my Monday through Thursdays off schedule. So
Mm-hmm.
that would allow me to
What
be
about-
able to do more.
What about your guys' Sunday?
I have to work all day.
All day?
Yep. I work a double on Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and probably Monday.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna play Tuesday.
So
So sad.
Although after that, I should be back free Wednesdays and Thursdays as well. So.
Yeah.
And I'm good Thursdays, not Wednesdays.
Yep. So Thursdays maybe we can start doing it again and start doing like Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Now that'd be fun.
Same bat channel, same bat place.
I do
Yeah,
have a
pretty
question
much.
for Matt before I go.
Yeah, no
What
worries.
is a favored charm?
It is anything caster favored are the ones that you have a check mark next to in your abilities.
But a charm?
A
Yeah,
charm
like-
is a
Okay.
charm that happens to be listed underneath
No.
of that ability.
It wasn't connecting, so even okay, yes.
So like any of my charms that go with my martial arts ability would be a favorite charm because they go with my martial arts.
Yep, I get it. Just something with the Eclipse cast that mentioned favorite charms, and I didn't quite understand it.
Okay.
Right.
It just wasn't
It's-
connecting.
I'm gonna stop recording real quick, so I'm gonna do a quick outro, and
Okay.
we shall see everyone next time on our, story of Solars and those other bitches.